everybody, and welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Lloyd Noble Center for Game 1 of our SimWorld TV doubleheader of SimWorld U action as the Florida Gators coming to town to face the Oklahoma Sooners. I'm B-Ron, and joining me tonight is Yells. It's good to have you here with me, Yells, as always.
Hey, man, I got a break. I finally got a break, so, yeah. I'm here with you. I'm good. I'm glad to be here with you, B-Ronnie.
I am glad you're here too, man. It's going to be a fun one here. Florida and Oklahoma. Florida coming in 5-5 on the year, 3-2 in their last 5 games. Last game was a loss to the Dayton Flyers, 61-56 sales on November 14th. 3-pointer from Miguez. Good. Let's start there with the Sooners.
Let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly, says Jace Miguez.
1,000%. And look at that. The response there from Tyshawn Easholm for the Gators. But for Oklahoma on the other end here, Oklahoma 5-7 so far, 2-3 in their last 5. Their last one was also a loss to they also lost their last game as well, and they're looking to bounce back. As Miguez fired another one there, that one not a good shot there, not a good moving cover from Miguez. Not what you want to see. Come back on the floor of the Gators.
Jackson Glenn. I tell you what, right now, you haven't asked me yet, but I'm going to get right into it, B-Ron.
I was getting ready to ask you.
It's only been a minute and a half, and here's what I'm seeing. I can actually wait and watch the rest of this possession here. But if this game's going to start off as the Jace Miguez Chuck'em show, and then defensively, what I've seen with them already allowing Florida to run up and down the court, Jackson Glenn even getting in on the scoring action, this early is going to be a long night for Oklahoma at home.
Yeah, and we've seen Oklahoma a few times now throughout the season so far, Yells, and one of the critiques that a lot of people have given is their interior defense. Oh my goodness! Trey Willis
got his flight plans in order. I don't know if that was Spirit or Southwest. Maybe it's Southeast. Your boy took off.
He took off, and man, that was impressive. Every time we see it, it's impressive. But Chomper looking to answer that, can't do it to Florida that time. But Yells, the Sooners' interior defense has been a problem for them to start out the season, and I believe they're supposed to be switching to a 2-3 zone or a zone, and they tried it out, but it didn't seem to work, so they went back to their man-to-man defense here.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's simple as that. You've got to do what you've got to do. Whatever works, they've got to find a formula because their defense, like I said, has been nothing less than atrocious so far this season. I mean, all the offensive talent in the world, but defensively, they do not get it done on a nightly basis.
And Miguez gets stripped there by Trey Willis. They'll back to their way with it is Florida. Hand off to Isholm, but back to Jackson Glenn. Foul on Harner. He goes to the free throw line for Jackson Glenn. 5 fouls, 5. That's that 3 contest.
Jackson Glenn is going to be rolling offensively. It's going to be a good night, and I mean a very good night for Florida. He's not known so much as an offensive threat. He can score. He's averaging just under 8 points a game. He can get you buckets. He's leading this team in rebounding because he's got grit at 6'4", 180. He's leading this team in assists because he's a willing passer. Most importantly, he's leading this team in steals with 2.1 assists per game. He's one of the higher thieves as far as defensiveness in SimWorld U, and want to be better perimeter defenders. That's what he's going to give you on a nightly basis. He's involved in the offensive action here early, and not a good sign for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Glenn, he is not a good free throw shooter. Just 13.5% from the free throw line. We saw him miss that first one there. He's like an extra minute to compose himself, trying to get the second one to fall. And you mentioned the Sooner defense and how they're not very good. We both did, but I'm going to give you that number here for the sake of discussion here. 49th in the nation. They are allowing 74.3 points per game on their opponent's side. So, yeah, not very good at all.
And that's, I guess, you're talking points per game, but a lot of times it comes down to when you're allowing those points and how you're allowing those points too. I'd be interested to know what they're giving up in field goal percentage, but it looks like we got a break here.
Sure do. We're going to take a quick one. I'm right back there.
Aboard, folks. Just go ahead and take any empty seat that you see.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you were looking at. Florida runs a half-court press. That's
I do have it.
Insight, Doc. That's what I'm needing to know. And Oklahoma does run a 3-2. I don't know what you're pulling from. That's why I make the broadcast now, because everything is live. That's the problem.
When Mom wakes up, can you tell her about me?
SimWorld presents Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
What's up, everyone? This is Big Bob.
And this is Elava.
And we are the co-hosts of Around the Table with E and the Fat Man.
Around the Table is the SimWorld Sports podcast where Big Bob and I give our takes on various sports from around the world.
Make sure to tune in every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time to hear our takes.
And don't forget to join in the conversation with us on Discord at discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter and YouTube at SimWorld 4K. And as always, see the game, be the game.
Later, folks.
Welcome back, everyone. 6-3. Florida out in front here to begin this one early on, and this has been a bit of a slow start for both teams, but we're only a few minutes into this game. I want to go with some more of these numbers here really quick, y'all. Florida right now coming into the game, 66 points per game. That's good for 66th in the nation as well. A lot of sixes in that one. And Oklahoma, their offense is pretty good. 75 points per game, good for 32nd in the nation. So these teams can score. It's a matter of, when they get the bucket, like you said.
Absolutely. I mean, look, they've got, numbers may not say it. That's a nice big-time block there. Rizzo writes, Riz, he's got the Riz. And look, hey, that's my namesake up there, the block of the game. I don't know. It's a good block. I don't know if I'm calling it the block of the game yet, though. Get it
Too early for that one, yeah.
For sure. But no, I mean, you look at these numbers, and that's the thing about college basketball, right? The numbers may not tell the whole story because you got a lot of kids on the team getting action, and the coaches trying to get everybody involved. They're running systematic. Generally, the game's slowed down a bit from prep and from pro ball. But numbers aren't going to say so. But Suno Chopper, as he puts up a three here, he knocks it down, 200 step back. One of the better freshman scorers in all of college ball. Jace Maguez, we know what he could do. And Floyd Henderson, the world just may have been lost to what he was able to do last season, but they are learning a little bit more as he's doing it in his junior season here with Oklahoma. Their perimeter scoring, D-Ron, is some of the best in the nation. Interior scoring, interior defense, and the rest, I can't say so much about it.
Great backward cut from Trey Willis, and he finished it. Nicely done.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. Love seeing the guy move up the ball. And Trey Willis does that very well, but he does have a bit of a whiff as Henderson gets to cut on the inside. Actually, Glenn, now his first of the contest here. Henderson goes to the free throw line. First two. Henderson coming in ranked number 34 on a lot of these SimWorld SWBA draft boards. Is that a fair spot for him right now, you think?
I think it's fair. He has not shown to be very efficient so far this season. I mean, he's shooting 47%, 44, 45% from deep, which seems great. He's had some games where he's really, not his percentage hasn't been so great, but great facilitator, good defender. He's willing to get on the glass. He's got good size at 6'5", 220. I'm a big-time Floyd Henderson guy. He will be a great role player in the SWBA for sure.
He's good from the line there on both of them. 2-2, tying the game up at 8. But Florida gets lead right back. They had that jumper from Tyshawn Eason. And he's really come along in his time between both SimWorld and now SimWorld U. You know, the development of Ito is one that I've been very pleased to follow along with over the course of his career so far.
A lot of these guys just need a chance. Jackson going up with it again. And
yeah, but on the rebound, second chance, couldn't get it though. Denied by the rim. I didn't really want to stay there, but a pass to the corner makes it to Henderson. Good.
Yeah, I was saying, B1, it's just, in high school ball, there's about 1 million high schools, 1 billion AAU circuits and leagues out there. You got SimWorld Prep emerging as the top of them, but there's only 30 teams in SimWorld Prep, so a lot of these kids are vying for position. As they get into SimWorld U, you got 84 teams that they're playing on, so that talent is spread out a bit more. And for all of those guys, everybody that is a big-time SimWorld U watcher, SimWorld Prep watcher, that world has expanded greatly from there. So some of your guys that seem like role players, they're getting to unleash what they actually are once they get to the SimWorld U level and put it all on display. So I'm not shocked by Tyshawn Eason and a lot of these other kids at all. If you watch pickup games, some of the stuff that goes viral, you watch some of these workouts, you have privy to some of the scrimmages, we know who those hoopers are, so we get to see them all the time. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in SimWorld on a daily basis on the court, whether it be regular games like these or scrimmages like you were mentioning a minute ago, pickup games, whatever. But kids play basketball all the time and would pick up a lot of it here in SimWorld. What these guys can do the majority of the time. On the inside, that gets rejected. Hall got that sent back. Now Florida down by 1. Willis going and attacking with the poster.
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
What a phenomenal play that was, Trey Willis. My young man.
But you see what I'm saying? How they're getting to the rack with ease. I mean, now granted, that's Trey Willis and that's what he does. But where's the resistance in the paint? They have a couple of guys, 6'10", 6'11", but they are by no means interior presences, by my estimation. At least by my estimation, what I've seen so far this season. Manasseh Warnick.
Through once again. That's Manasseh Warnick this time. Preston from Palm Bay, Florida. His presence felt here in this one. 14-11. Gators out in front of the students, but a turnaround jumper from Tampa does not go. Glenn on the glass there, grabbing a rebound. Another one up for him, yo. Pass inside to Warnick. Another interior bucket for the Gators. Another timeout.
Saw that time.
Sooners, 5-point lead for the Gators here. Another quick break here, yo. We'll be right back.
Be careful, my right arm's broken!
Welcome back, everyone. 16-11 for out in front. Yo, take a minute and give people some love here in SimWorld.
Hey, man, you know, we love to give love. I want to throw a shout out. I'm looking at people that, man, look, the live stream looks pretty good right now. We might hit that 50 mark again. May get to some kind of 5,000 EM giveaway. Got to see what I get clearance for. But we got to get there. But shout out to some names we haven't seen in a while. Coach Lovelace from, I think he's from SimWorld Prep. In the building. Benjamin Alexander, Coach Simpson never misses a beat. He's in this thing. Malachi King, what up? Israel Hannibal, Kai Killings, Big Killer Kai in the building. Shout out to you guys getting in here. Make sure y'all get on TikTok, Insta, Facebook, whatever they all are. All the social medias, and show your love. Comment, leave your testimony. If you haven't done that, you missed out on some free EMs anyway. But appreciate you guys being tuned in.
Appreciate y'all being tuned in, absolutely. 5-point lead here for the Gators. They're trying to extend it here, and they do with a 3-pointer. Great shot there.
Oh boy!
For that one, I believe.
Looks like they're going to the zone.
Oh, Oklahoma's gone to that zone. We've seen it. Now we're 12 for them. All trying to score. I can't do it there. On interior defense on the Gators. Willis. Step back, but he was going to fire a jumper, decided not to. As the Gators work this thing back around and reset, put the pace down a little bit. Warnick only inside, pass out, and that is not the result you want. Sooners ball.
I'm gonna say that was probably the best defensive possession they've had so far in this game, where that zone works. That's the problem when you have porous interior defense. You have to collapse in the middle, leaving people wide open. You have to run a 3-2 zone, a 2-3 zone, whatever. But they collapsed in the middle there and forced a turnover as the big man was out of control.
Yeah, and those are the guys you want making those kind of passes, Yells, honestly. Those are that guys you want making those passes. So good on Oklahoma to get them into a position to have to make that decision in the air.
B-Ron, that's the matchup I want to see right there. Trey Willis and Suno Chopper matched up. Talk about some freshman action here. Fresh fish alert.
Going to work on each other here right now. Willis winning the matchup. You get a jumper, though, out of it. Front of the rim and out. No good. Back to the post it is. Florida floater is good. It's a tough angle for that floater, too, yo.
Hey, man. When you use your flotation device, you got to make sure that it's all the way out of the bag, man. He pulled it out. Man.
Pulled it way out and pulled that one from way far out. Deep 3. 21-14. Gators.
Tulsa, Oklahoma stand-up. Jarrell Sword showing what he can do. Man, that was his second three. Oh, my goodness. Second three of the year.
Second three of the year. That was Tyron Bello. We just hit that 3-pointer there for Florida, making a 10-point lead for the Gators here. Oklahoma is starting to dwindle a little bit here in the first half, now down by 10. 10-20 left. Cabo going to fire a deep 3, that ill-advised shot.
That's a bad shot. That's freshman work right there. That's a good rebound. That's what you get when you start a freshman. Though you have to live with some of the ill-advised shots. Some of the ill-advised shots. There's no other way to word that. You have to live with that. When you start a freshman, you bring someone in on campus to be the big man on campus. So that'll get together over his career. You know, he's got at least one more season here in Oklahoma, thanks to that 2-year rule in SimWorld U. But I know Oklahoma wants to get it done now. This really is kind of like a proven season for me.
Right, exactly. I never saw Suno Top as a guy who would leave after 1 or 2 seasons anyway. That 3-pointer does not go.
He's a lifer.
I think he stays at least 3. At least 3 seasons.
If 3, why not 4?
If 3, why not 4, yo? Good point. You know, if you finish out education early as well, you know, if you want to go 4, go for it, man. Who am I to tell you what to do with your life decisions, right? I'm just a guy from a basketball game. That 3-pointer from the corner also does not go. Not able to get that one to fall. Still a 10-point lead here for the Gators. Is that three-pointer from Henderson? Does not go, but no, the one and done chance to get there.
It looks like Florida may have slipped into a bit of a zone here too. Neither team able to take advantage here. It's free shot central, but nobody can knock it down.
Building houses with all the bricks out here. That one though, Honor Drummond finds bottom. First once in a while here, and now Florida will take their first time out of the contest. 24-17, Gators out in front. Under 10 minutes to go. Let's take a quick break. Oh, I'm right back. Welcome back, everyone. 24-17, Florida out in front. And Trey Willis, the leading man on that side, Gator himself 6 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal as well. He's service from the field so far, 3 for 3 to start the game. But Florida's hot shooting in general has been a big reason for this. Kyron Bello also, 5 points, 2 of 2, 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 from deep.
For sure, both of these teams, they're getting the three-pointers they want. Neither one of them are really knocking them down at a high clip. Florida not as well of not as good of a three-point shooting team as Oklahoma, but Oklahoma still struggling nonetheless.
And I hope those struggles will subside as soon as we get back to game action here. Early reminder, everybody, that the post-ups coming up after this first game. Here is that three-pointer. Ball. Kyron Bello once again. Hit another one. Still first on the game overall. Quickly down the floor of Oklahoma. They can't score there. As the Gators will bring it up to their end of the floor now. Levi Rhodes, former SimWorld prep, playing their ground zero season. Passes it inside to Tyshawn Eastham as they're in that zone. You see that zone here, that 2-3, and the finish? No, not quite.
And you can't be in a zone. I think they were in a 2-3. I don't know if they're slipping in and out or what's going on there, but you can't be in a zone and still allow someone to Swiss cheese cut through your defense like that. Big time shot.
Yeah, can't do that. You also can't allow the three-pointer as Elias Gilbrey hitting that one. The Sooners, 7-point game. Sooners are right back in the thick of it. Levi Rhodes on his hands, swinging it back around here. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Gotta get it set up here quickly. Rhodes does take it, and he makes it.
How about stepping up on your man every once in a while, putting a hand in his damn face? Levi Rhodes stands, was he 5'10"? I look at my notes here,
Not very tall.
Just put a hand up on him.
Not very tall, but a floater on the other end here. And that's 2 points for Oklahoma.
Hanan McKee. Great Bend, Kansas. You ever been there?
I've not been there.
No one has.
Except for him. Who lives there. Oh, look, 30-20, 30-22. Florida out in front here. We're getting close to the 5-minute mark. Kick out to the corner. McGinnis. No good there. Good work from the corner, though.
I mean, they're gonna have to knock those down. They really are. If they're gonna compete in this game and get back in it, that 8-point lead seems like 100 right now when you're not hitting shots. And there's good defense there, but when you're giving up some of the shots that Oklahoma has so far. Threes!
Another one from Miguel from the corner, also no good.
Way off.
We've seen Miguel look a little bit not iffy on those shots throughout the game. He's made a few, but not his best look. That was results in today, last time out. As we get a timeout here. Just go 2 left in the contest here, folks. And want to take a minute here. Yellows, you know what? Why don't you take it?
Come on, man. Come on. You know I'm going to go crazy. You know how I get.
I know.
You're here. You love sports, right? You love it enough to be here. Maybe you like my pretty face. I got such a lovely smile. Y'all get to see it on Hard in the Paint, which is coming back this Saturday. Maybe that's why you're here. But if you're not here to see my lovely face and the luxurious hair, you're here because you love sports. And guess who else is? Whoever you talk to. They love sports. Y'all talk about it. Everybody loves sports. And if that's what they love, bring a friend in here. They may not know they love basketball. They may not know they love cheering you on. You don't know. Don't make the call for them. Who are you? Who are you to hold them back? Let them enjoy it the way you enjoy it. Because if they come as a coach, they get 5,000 EM signing bonus. You get a 5,000 EM referral bonus. And if they become a super fan, I mean like a super fan, not a casual half-ass friend, they can still get a bonus as well. So yeah, bring some people over to SimWorld. We're trying to do it big, man.
Trying to do it big, and it only gets bigger with you all being here and talking about it, spreading the word to everybody about it here. That's how this works. Word of mouth. Best way to do it.
Talk about it. Every time you say talk about it, I think of Blazing Takes. And Rick, I'm guessing that's Carl Thomas or somebody. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. I love that picture there every time.
My favorite part of that show.
Mine too, man.
Rick, you come in a close second, Rick, if you tune in.
Gators, Oklahoma rather, taking another time out here. They've only got what's that, 4 left? I'm not sure about that strategy, Yells, but I mean, I guess you can't take it take it to the bank with you. May as well use them, I guess.
Yo, it's your boy. Check out Talking Dirty with me so we can catch up on prep news and SimWorld sports. You know the deal. Holla at your boy. See the game? Be the game.
Welcome back, folks. Talking Dirty returns. Talking Dirty is aired tomorrow at 4 p.m. You're going to get a double dose of podcast tomorrow because around the table is also going to be on the air tomorrow as well. So look out for both Talking Dirty and Around the Table tomorrow afternoon on Thursday.
Say what? That's exciting times.
Yeah, exciting times here if you're a Florida fan in particular, as they're leading 30-22. The lead was cut down to 7 possessions ago, but Florida quickly got that back up to, where it was previously. And there's a foul on Drummond. So we will see Rizzo Davis Wright on the video line for the Gators. Davis Wright, the number 58 ranked player on SWBA draft board. One of the only players actually on this Florida team who is on any kind of draft board, and he's one of the sophomores. This Florida team is very young. A full team of freshmen and sophomores. No juniors or seniors on this Florida squad right now.
Yeah, I think that's the important thing to point out when you talk about that draft board. Number one, that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen by the time the season ends, right?
Yeah.
We all know what happens during Hoopsteria and the quad time. That's where people really up their stock come tournament time. But aside from that, no freshmen. No freshmen are on these lists because they are not eligible. Get your education, kids.
Education, no more one and done rule. I said it when I Kentucky broadcast the other day. I've effectively called Kentucky one and done you. That is not a thing here. It's SimWorld 2 and done if you want to go that route. As that shot from Cabo doesn't go. Second chance from Drummond there also. does not go. So unfortunate turn of events, and luckily though, able to avoid disaster. And up the fourth, Oklahoma, nicely done body control there from Drummond, finished on the inside.
You know, I'm branding, one and done sounds good, but SimWorld Hoops, the committee has chosen to do something different. You know what though? I'm a big fan of, I think you should have to stay all 4 years. My personal opinion, it's not my call, but I think you have to stay. If you commit to go to school, you stay there for 4 years and you make the most of it. If you know or you're good enough to say, I can go to the league, then don't go to college at all. Don't go. Don't even go. If it was my call, that's how I would rock it. Just say.
That's fair. I understand that. Nothing wrong with that. I feel like if you're, because I remember the days, again, LeBron was probably one of the last guys to come out of high school and play professionally. So, if you're that good, sure. But that's so rare. These days, I feel like there's only maybe a handful of guys who you probably could have seen that work out for. Maybe it could have been Cooper Flag if that were a thing here, but it's not. We don't need to talk about it too much. But I think you get what I'm saying.
I'll tell you what I'm saying. This defense, they are allergic. The Oklahoma team is allergic to scoring in the paint. They're allergic to stopping guys in the paint. And they're compacting in the paint, and they still cannot stop the threes from raining down.
Which is unfortunate. It is right still. Can't score there on the interior defense of Oklahoma. And inside, trying to anyway, but it's took out of the side. That is Florida now. 3 minutes left in the first half of play here. Levi Rhodes. Over to Glenn.
If I'm Oklahoma, though, if I'm Coach Moser, I am ecstatic and astounded that I'm down only 13 at this point. At this level, though, at this rate and the way that they've played offensively and defensively, only putting up 24 points to this point and giving up shot after shot, you would think they would be down by much more. We saw a game just the other night, B-Ron, where Kentucky, they played a lot like this, and it was a 20-point lead before you knew it. Yeah,
and I think that Oklahoma needs to be very careful about how these next couple of minutes go, because it could spiral that way if the defense needs to be like it is. Rhodes fires, can't get it to go that time. Going up the floor quickly. As we've got a minute and 55 seconds left here in the first half of play. Miguez trying to cut inside as students work it around the perimeter instead. Going with it is Chapa. Can't finish there either. Strong defense there.
That's what I want to see Chapa work on this season, this offseason. And that's what a lot of SWBA scouts are going to want to see, his ability to finish at the rim. At his size, you would hope that he would fit. Big time block there by Chapa, though. Ooh. But at his size, he's able to do so much. He's got it, my goodness.
Wow. Oh. Anyway, all your thoughts, Joe.
Did that even hit the rim or I think it grazed the backboard.
May have.
What was I saying? What was I even talking about?
Almost Chapa and shouting.
My God, yeah, I was just saying, with his size, his ability to finish at the rim, he's going to want to work on that. Another great block there. He's expected to be a great defender. He can facilitate. He can hit the open shot, although his shot selection is going to need some work. But he needs to work on his finishing ability. That's what he's going to need.
Vision in the corner, though, to find Bilbrey in the corner from Champa. 10-point lead here as we're down to the final 30 seconds of the first half of play. Now Rose to the corner. Good. Rattling home with that one. Kyron Bello. Have a first half young man. That kid is shooting the lights out from deep.
Yeah, 2 for 3. Here's a finish. Keep it close, Suno. 11 points.
Final 10 seconds here of the first half of play. And we'll get a foul on Elias Wilfrey here on Rizzo Davis right field. That's not a foul you want to have right there at all either. And they'll get a chance to run a play here on the inbound with 10 seconds left. David Ruben Matthew doing the inbounding. Inbound to Willis. Pass to the corner for three. Good! What a shot that was from the corner for three. And that is going to end the first half of play right there. It's a 43-29 Florida Gator lead heading into the locker room. First half was rough yells for Oklahoma. It had some bright spots in there, but it got away from them towards the end, I feel like.
Got away from them. That is an understatement, B-Ron. They couldn't hit. Look, I'm not sure who said it, but it's one of those old school sayings, and right now it sounds about right, and I like it. They can't hit the broad side of a barn. I'm assuming that means like the largest side of a big barn. You can throw a ball and hit it. 6 for 19 from deep. We saw some really just terrible shooting from Miguez there. Floyd Henderson has not seen a whole lot of court here. Suno Chopper missing on the inside. They're shooting 26% in the first half. 26%, and they're only down 14. If I look at that, I'm not feeling so bad if I'm Oklahoma.
We'll see what changes are made in the second half, folks. I'm right back for it.
Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ.
What's this gonna be? Lead pass. Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that! Now goes to roll. Ran to the three-pointer out front. Hit him! Yes, he did! Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Trying not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Down Kobe. Oh! Up high. Down hard. Is this the dagger? Game. Series. Toronto is won.
Welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma, everybody. Florida Gators are out in front here, 42-29. And you know what time it is. Throw up those dupes, folks. Second half action. Get ready to begin. Florida still out in front, and the defense of Oklahoma has not been good. The story coming into the game, yells, and it's still the story in the team towards Oklahoma's Sooners team, really, is the defense has not been good tonight. And also the fact that they haven't shot well at all either.
Before we talk about that, every time I'm on a broadcast with you here on SimWorld TV, hey, put those deuces up in the chat. Put them up. B-Ron, that's nice. That is dope. You got Chris Brown and the graphic. You're doing big things out here, man.
Hey, man, look, like I said, When they said, "Hey, B-Ron, you're coming up to SimWorld U for next year," I was like, "Okay, this is great." But wait a minute, I have a thing. I'm gonna do a thing here. And they said, "We'll figure it out. We got you." And you know what? They figured it out, and they do indeed got me.
Word up. Well, I'll say this much. As far as Oklahoma, I mean, I said it going into the break. Just honestly, to be down, but that right there is not going to get it done. You just can't give up buckets like that. But, scratch what I was going to say. 26%, because everyone knows how I love defense. 26% law of averages. There's no way that you're going to continue to shoot that poorly, especially when you have this type of offense, unless they intend on taking the worst shots ever imaginable for a whole, another 20 minutes. But aside from that, you got to get stops. You got to defend the paint.
You do. And this is the team that shoots 44% from the field as a team. That's not bad. As a collective, I think that's pretty good. But, I mean, if you look at it from a grand standpoint here, it's only 61st in the nation. But as a team, I feel like that's pretty good.
Who are we talking about?
Oklahoma. 44% from the field.
Yeah, 44%. I mean, that's average. That's good. Right. So them not hitting shots, there's no way that'll be maintained. But on the other side, you have Florida. I think in this game so far they're shooting 48%. That's just because they're missing shots. They've really been wide open. They should be shooting somewhere in the 60 percentile, if you ask me. But you just can't give that up.
Yeah, and on the other end of that, we were talking about that a minute ago. Look at that beautiful thin jumper there from Trey Willis. But Florida, on the other hand, they come into this game shooting 52%. That's good for 6th in the nation. Yeah. So they're a really good shooting team from the field overall. But again, like you said, law of averages. Florida seems to stay hot though.
Hey, a lot of Florida shots are dunks by one Trey Willis and Tyshawn Eason. A lot of fast break points because their defense is so good. They get buckets in transition. So they're getting easy shots time after time. So those averages can be an illusion. Just like when you watch Oklahoma, like some of these shots you think that they're unable to score, but there is some bad shot selection from their perimeter guys.
Yeah, and throughout the game, you're gonna take bad shots. You're gonna have shots get blocked. That's just the nature of the game, right? So it's important to look at it holistically, like you're saying, versus look at it from a microscopic standpoint, rather.
Shoot with the big words.
Everybody,
B-Ron pulled out the thesaurus and the almanac before this game.
Hey, you gotta throw out one big word for everybody at least once in the broadcast. At least once. That was it.
I got one for you. Ready?
Oh yeah, what you got?
Espialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And I have a friend who can say it backwards.
That's
by
crazy.
the way.
He's an
Shut
absolute
up,
maniac.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you would clutch your pearls with there, man.
Look at this Reisman here at the free throw line. He does get the first one to go. So good time for him there from the line here. And I would have some notes on right still for things off the court. But having some difficulty with no kick only, unfortunately. Some background, young man, but I'm unable to click.
I say, man, like really, right now, I am a bit let down. This Oklahoma team is playing worse than a piano player, pianist with no fingers. Like it's rough right now. Big time three there, but that just cuts the game down to 14. They have not shown the ability to get stops, which makes it really difficult to imagine them overcoming some of the deficits that they put themselves in, because to make a run, you not only have to hit shots, but you have to get stops, and we saw that easy bucket there yet
that
again.
Bounce pass to Trey Willis was insane.
It was a nice pass.
What a pass that was. My goodness. There's nothing prettier to me yellow than a bounce pass like that. Or one that leads to basket anyway, like that. That was nuts. I am big fan of the bounce pass. I think it takes a lot more skill and precision than a normal pass. Personally.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of the prettiest passes in all of basketball. You like look at this.
Oh,
Look
man.
at this.
Levi Rose putting on a passing clinic there. Filling up I believe passing clinic we call that one.
It's like Florida always has a guy that's around 5'10" to 6 feet. He just is just gritty and can just play. Look at that hustle out to the ball.
Yeah, hustling, tracking the ball down, now trying to finish with the jumper. Good.
And then you let him.
Much taller defender.
You let him. If you're a coach or you're his teammates, you are cheering that on big time. You're like, hey, you raced out to get that rebound, out hustle the other team. Put up your jumper. Put up a mid-range jumper off the fast break. No one's mad at
right.
that.
Yeah, you deserve that, right? You deserve that one, and that's it's very similar. There's a phrase when I was playing basketball growing up. There's a phrase that one of my coaches used to say all the time: "Feed the horses." And you're talking about getting the bigger kids involved. That was the equivalent of that, but for a smaller guy. I love that.
So let me ask you. You asked me some questions, B-Rod. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Oklahoma sitting at 5-7. If this lead holds, which we got a lot of game to go here, make sure everyone's tuned in. Big time matchup coming up after this. I'm looking forward to it. I know before I hop on the plane, I'm gonna watch this game. In the ride. I got the TV in the whip, man. So Arkansas and UNLV coming up. But as far as this one here, if Oklahoma falls to 5-8, all this talent, are they planning to set themselves up in recruiting? Are they really just kind of recruiting and setting up for their next coming years, or are they trying to get it? I'm not saying anyone's throwing a season, but is it best to look ahead to next season, or do they have a shot this year?
Look, this is college basketball. There, in my opinion, I know you said you're not throwing a season, but there isn't a place for even like thinking about that kind of mentality. I feel like, just especially not at 5-8, when you're still plenty of season left to go. Still, you haven't even gotten it into your conference schedule yet, so there is still time for them to turn this thing around. But Yells, you know me, I am a positive peep, so of course I'm gonna say that, right? But realistically, yeah, there's still plenty of time. If they had 10 games left, then okay, sure. But there's still plenty of time left in the season for them to turn this around and give themselves a chance at recruiting too, because that's a great time for Henderson. And when you talk about recruiting, Yells, I think the performance on the court does play a factor in that, and these losses can hurt your recruiting potential for next season. Beautiful spin jumper from Levi Rose there too.
For sure, Levi Rose is balling.
Yeah, absolutely.
You say that, and I would love to be positive with you. No conference play has occurred yet. I think Jackson State maybe has in the American Conference or whatever. Conference
American.
The American Conference. Well, here in the Big 12, you got Texas sitting at 10-3 and riding high on a 6-game win streak. You got Kansas, who has not played well. I said, look at this. Kansas has not played well, but they're ahead of this Oklahoma team. Dayton, Baylor,
they're a 3-game win streak.
Kansas State, TCU, who's looking like a tough out on any night despite the tough loss they just finished having. Oklahoma's being one of the best in the nation. I mean, they're really going to have to figure things out before they get in the tournament, before they get to conference play.
They have, but that's the thing. Yeah, they have to figure it out. If they don't figure it out, yes, it's going to be a problem. And I don't know really how you go about fixing that. You know, you could tell your kids to get more physical on the interior because that's where a lot of their problems lie, as we've seen. But right now, it's a rough time. But just like they started off poorly, Yells, we've seen teams start off poorly and figure it out here midway through the early part of the season. I think there's still time, but they've got a lot of work to do.
B-Ron, the most optimistic person I've ever met in my life that I thought was sane.
Optimistic man in SimWorld Prep, in SimWorld, even all of SimWorld, that's me.
Yeah.
Unless you are the Intercontinental Region teams in SimWorld Prep or Gonzaga.
Yeah, for sure. You have some hatred there. I'm not sure what they did to you at all. But, yeah, I mean, it's just... and this being college, well, it's not like you can make a mid-season free agent move. You can't make a trade.
Right.
You know, I'll be honest, early in the season, and they don't have a lot of size either, but Suno Chapa, standing at 6'7", bulky. We've seen him come up with a few blocks here. Not really a perimeter-oriented, or excuse me, an interior-oriented offensive game, but defensively, we saw some moments where he played at the 3. We saw him play defensively in the post. I don't know, do you think that's something they maybe try out again? Because their interior defenders right now are not getting it done on a night-to-night basis.
Honestly, Drummond committing a foul there. I'll finish my fire in a second, y'all. Foul there on Drummond. Free throws coming up from Florida. But to answer your question there, y'all, I don't think that is the answer for them, honestly. And I say that because I feel like, yes, while Champa is that 6'7" height, I think that when you talk about the interior guys, your forwards and your centers, I'm looking at guys who are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and putting Suno Chapa up against that, I think is more setting him up for failure than it would be having him play the 3 and be a 6'7" small forward.
I'm saying, I'm looking at their roster. I'm looking at this roster sheet. You got Kendrick Hodge, or however you say this, 220 senior, not very tough on the interior that we've seen teams have gone right at him. You've got Abe Harner, 6'10", 233, another senior. But outside of those two guys, neither one of them have been so much of a defensive presence or a deterrent. And then once you get one of them out of the game, then what? What do you do then? You got Jarrell Sword coming in. You got I'm not sure what Moser has to work with here outside of putting Chapa on the interior and saying, hey, at least I know someone's going to give some defensive effort. Because I believe matchups in the game, a lot of times people look at position and say where you're supposed to be on offense. I don't think it matters. If you're a hooper, you get your buckets where you can on the court. But your position where you're playing on defense is all the rave. That's what matters.
Right, but if you say that, then I could counter with you could have Champa still play the position of the 3 and match him up on the interior on defense.
That's what I'm saying, B-Ron.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Saying the same thing differently. I got you.
Yeah, when I watch him so far in this game, I've watched him be blown by Trey Willis. I've watched him. I watched him out on the perimeter when the shot goes up, or when the defense breaks down. There's no defensive resistance there once you get past Floyd Henderson or Suno Chapa, and Maguez is not much of a defender at all. So once you get back there past those guys, the resistance is gone.
Yeah, and that's something to at least. That is something where I think that yes, you could consider that if you're Coach Moser here. But I also think that you can. That's where recruiting comes in, though, yo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Moser recruited this mess, didn't he?
Commit. Well, hey, that's where you look at your roster and you say, okay, this is where we lack. How can we fill these holes for next season? So if you know that you're struggling on the interior, maybe that's where you really try to focus yourself on the interior in recruiting and try to get, some of those defenders or strong interior presences down in SimWorld Prep for this season or future seasons, whatever. You look at guys like Monty Parson. Yes, he's not eligible this season. He's only 16, but he will be. And that's something where you could consider that. He's probably going to end up going to Ohio State, but that's just one example that comes to mind really off the top of my head.
Got to hear some of the rumors. So they're going to have they'll have at least four spots at the end of this season, as they have 4 seniors on this squad as of right now. I'm not sure if anybody would, if Jace Maguez or Floyd Henderson will be declaring or what will go on. I'm sure we'll hear about that as the season goes on. But they had one open spot to bring someone in this past season. They chose to bring in Suno Chapa with no other interior help. Do you pass up on a talent like Suno? Probably not, but to me that says they're building for the upcoming season.
Yeah, building for the future. That's kind of, in my opinion, that's kind of what college is about for the most part. Because the players rotate in and out every year. There's always rotation. So you're always trying to get your next guy up. We're going to take a quick break, though, so come right back.
Car's all yours.
Thanks. Cars.com's expert reviews made it easy, but...
Shouldn't there be more back and forth?
You missed the drama, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this will do the trick.
It's a puppy.
Not a puppy, a wolf.
What now?
He's a wolf. And that is its incredibly protective mother.
Put the wolf down.
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get back. Oh, welcome back, everybody. As a reminder, we've got one more game here tonight on SimWorld TV. Arkansas and the Running Rebels of UNLV. Arkansas is one of those top teams in the nation. They are looking to hold on to that spot as number 6, maybe even go up in the rankings as well. But they got to get past UNLV first. In Paradise, Nevada, Thomas and Mack trying to get that one done, yo.
Big fan of UNLV. My man Nat Hawkins. Got to watch them practice. Every time he scores, he yells out, "Running Rebel!" Looking forward to hearing that. How about this kid?
How about Levi Rose, man? 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field tonight. He's done a lot of really great stuff for Florida tonight, yo.
Leading them in scoring.
Yeah.
4 rebounds, 5 assists, scoring in the paint, knocking down threes.
All from a guy else who's listed here at 5'10".
You think he's 5'10"?
That's what it says on here. I don't think he might be 5'11", 6 feet, but he's not 5'10".
In the words of one of my mentors growing up, the Mac. Mother, can you buy that? Do you buy that, B-Ron? Do you believe that he's 5'10"?
Hey, I'm just reading what's on the sheet, man.
Hey.
Do I believe it? No, but I'm reading what's on the sheet. He might even be 5'9", a little shorter.
Who knows? Who knows? So Florida, let's talk Florida, B-Ron.
Right?
Florida has beat some notable teams. I think people get caught up in the rankings. Oklahoma's not ranked right now. They were ranked earlier in the season, but nevertheless, Florida has beat them. Florida has beaten Miami, which no one talks about Miami now. Defending national champions, not even ranked, but at the time that they put a beating on them, they were still coveted. And that may have been a game that took their season in a totally different direction. Florida has had some very big wins thus far this season. Still not in the top 25. You got thoughts?
So, right now, I don't think they're quite there in terms of being a top 25 team. I think they're close, but I don't think they're there just yet. You could probably make a case to put them over teams like, San Diego State, or those teams that have, 2-3 games and they're all undefeated. You could make a case for that. And I'd be fine with putting them down there. But I don't think they're top 25 caliber right now just yet. They beat Oklahoma tonight, and other things go wrong for other teams. Sure, put them in there after this week.
They got to get to a winning record for sure. They got to show some consistency.
Exactly.
They've shown that they can beat some of the better teams. I just really wanted to know your thoughts, but they've shown they can beat some of the better teams. They can put it together and have some consistency. I think the point of the moral of this story is look at that shot there. And he's one of the big reasons I think they are going to be a scary, scary team come Hoopsteria. I don't think that's a team anyone's going to want to match up with in case they get hot and get rolling at that time.
Yeah, because their longest win streak of the season so far is 3 games, and that was October 24th, October 22nd, and November 7th when they won those 3 games, and those were against SMU, Washington State, and Wake Forest.
I gotta say something, B-Ron. That's a prime. What I just saw there is a prime example of what I'm talking about. As Coach Moser is not happy, and I can understand. That ball got dumped down there. Is that Harner, I believe. It got dumped down there with him. He had Trey Willis guarding him. He did not go right up. I'm sorry, this Kendrick Hogg. He did not go right up. He struggled to get a hold of the ball. His hands, his hands and being able to catch an interior pass weren't fully together. And he had to settle for getting fouled, which that barely happened. He's got to finish that.
Yes, exactly. Those are the plays that you look at a big kid like that and say, man, don't be nice. Don't be nice. Choose violence and don't be nice at the rim, man. You gotta make them pay for putting a smaller guy on you like that. And Hogg just didn't do it. He's hung out here on the perimeter. They're spinning the ball around here. Warnick has it in his hands. He's gonna go up and not get that one, but rattle in. Unfriendly road roll there as Jackson Glenn commits his second foul, reaching in on Drummond here, Honor Drummond.
And this is going to be like the longest 8 minutes ever for this Oklahoma team. As you see coaches leaving Floyd in, he's leaving Jason Maguez in, he's leaving some of the starters in to figure this out and to live with this performance. But here's the question that I have for you. When this game's over, B-Ron, for you, not the players, was this a better showcase of Florida's ability, or was this more of a letdown and a disappointment from Oklahoma's?
Oh, man. That's tough because I think you make cases for both. But I think that for me personally, it's more of a letdown from Oklahoma's side of things. Because we talked about it earlier and throughout the game, this team has talent on it. They've got their big 3 in Ford Henderson, Champa, Jason Maguez. They weren't hitting their shots tonight, which also caused problems. But so that's mostly why I'd be disappointed, because of the talent they have here between those 3 players alone. I think those three kids alone can be a big factor for this team, but overall they need to just again play better in general, and tonight just was not their night.
Shots like that one we just saw, that is, I think the word you said you want to use big words today, I'm with you. Abhorrent. That was an abhorrent shot from Jason Maguez. He's missing bad. He's missing these shots very badly.
Now I have a question for you. What's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold. Come on, man.
Ice cold.
Don't play around me with my 3 stacks. Do not ask me about my 3 stacks, my love for 3 stacks. Come on, man. Don't play the games. I know all of his lines. All of them.
I'm so glad you got that one, my friend. If anyone's gonna get it, it's gonna be you.
I'm offended that you question me. Get out of here.
It's not hard to paint. You can't swap me just yet.
I wouldn't want to.
I appreciate that. Well, 3-pointer here from Florida. That one does not go. But Levi Rose grabs another rebound as his total. Can't get the second chance bucket to go, though. As it's now a 20-point Florida lead. here down to kind of 550 here in this one. And it's very difficult, I think, in a game like this when nothing's going your way and you see this Miguez get a little mid-range over there to, especially on offense, to not try and force things when things aren't going your way. As Oklahoma will take a timeout here. Taking a break? I think we are. Yep, right back.
And to make it 2-possession game, and they will!
Definitely gonna have to look elsewhere.
Oh!
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
Nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no. Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon.
And this is Erin.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica. Jenny, Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole, Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
Welcome back, everyone, as we wind down the final 5 minutes of this one. 73-55. Florida's out in front, and they've looked really good all game long. They're still shooting above 50% right now, at 52% on the game, while Oklahoma, a dreadful 26% from the field.
Can we talk about something else? Let's talk SimWorld Prep. There's a tournament coming up, SimWorld Global Challenge. I believe it's going on in Barcelona. Hopefully, I've not gotten my ticket, my effects in order yet. But make sure y'all are tuned in for that this Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. is when the coverage starts. Games beginning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in.
Tune in for those. It's going to be a fun time after a week off SimWorld Prep. I know everybody's itching to see that back on their screens. Well, we'll have your chance Saturday, as we do every weekend here, besides the last one, on SimWorld TV. Saturdays are for SimWorld Prep. I was going to make it for the kids, but that just sounds weird. It's out of the mouth. So I decided not to go that route.
And Sundays are made for Nickelodeon, for anybody that understands that one. Don't worry about it, B-Ron. You have to get that one.
It's fine. It's fine. Look, not everybody can get everything, right? Yeah, I think that's kind of been the theme for Oklahoma. And it's been past the corner.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. Beautiful pass and an even more beautiful finish there from Oakland Rabel.
And if I'm Oklahoma, if I'm Mosier, I don't know how I feel about leaving Jason Miguez in this because honestly, he's played so poorly. You leave him in there, and it's a learning lesson for these kids to say, hey, you stick this out, you made this miss, you stay and you play. But on the other end of that, the other kids are trying to get some exposure too. Maybe you get some other guys on the court because if you're not going to get it done on the offensive end, you're going to shoot 3 for 18, 19 for the night, and you're not playing defense. You are the reason why this team has lost tonight.
Yeah, it has not been a good night for Miguez at all. And I think, too, to to put a more, I guess, positive spin on it for a second here, I think that for a play like this, and when you leave a guy in like this to kind of try to work through it, I think that could also be to his detriment too. Because he's just going to continue to force things, and that's going to wreck his confidence. And you don't want to wreck a guy like Miguez's confidence at all. So I do think there comes a point in time where you pull the plug on it and say, you know what, I'm one out.
Looks like there's some
There's
people
nothing to play for
booth right now.
Yeah. But there's nothing to play for right now in this one. You know, you get your backups, get your other underclassmen or other players some minutes on the floor, get some looks at them and see what they can do. Because at this point, you know, and also you don't want to risk injury as well for any of your top guys.
I say that's it. Man's taking enough of a beating.
On for both sides now. Still a 20-point game here. As Xavier Ruben Matthews here at the free throw line. He's a former product of the club down there in Florida, SimWorld Hoops. He misses that second free throw there, rather. And, you know, we've seen a lot of SimWorld Prep talent, both from the Ground Zero season and from these past few seasons here in SimWorld, you know, over the course of this last month and change here. Well, 2 months and change, really, at this point. Is there a favorite player or a player that has surprised you from the ones that we were seeing previously that we're getting a second look at?
In SimWorld U?
Yes. Someone from either the Ground Zero or again throughout SimWorld Prep time to SimWorld U that you're seeing now. Someone like a Che King, a Brian Vaughn, for instance, for example.
Well, look, I mean, you can't lead me in. Recency bias after last night's game, which if anyone missed it, this particular game, if they haven't went back and watched it on SimWorld TV as an instant classic, Levin Cutler hit the game-winning shot last night for Alabama to take down Gonzaga, who Caden Shippen just hit a clutch bucket just before that you thought was game sealing. But Levin Cutler only 10 points a game, but his impact on that team in the middle, particularly playing alongside Dwan Epps, he's shown more versatility. He's shown the ability to play the 4. He's shown the ability to play in the middle at the 5. He's shown clutch gene after last night. I'm impressed by him. He comes to mind number 1. I would say there's quite a few kids. I mean, and they've been there for a while. But right now, he's sticking out in my mind for certain. I love what he's doing on Alabama. Take your breath away? Must have taken B-Ron's breath away. Looks like he may have lost his cord here. I'm not sure. What are you doing over there, B-Ron? Well, look, I can finish this one out because there's not a whole lot going on. Tyshawn Eason here with the air ball. No one's going to remember that in this game. They're just going to remember the fact that Oklahoma, as they say in the South, got they doors blowed.
Absolutely, they really did, yo. Thank you.
That's not how I say things. I just want to make that clear. It's not on me. Doors blowed. No. Got they doors blowed.
Well, look, to answer my own question before we wrap up here, I really like what I've seen from Bruno John Misty down in Princeton this season. So far this season, I think that he's one of those guys who didn't really get a fair shake with his time in SimWorld Prep. But again, and like you said earlier, goes back to the fact that there's 84 teams here in SimWorld U, and there's a lot more places for a lot more kids to showcase their game versus the 30 teams in SimWorld Prep.
Yeah. Shout out Donald DIY, do-it-yourself Ifedi in Minnesota too. Number 3 in the nation in scoring Let's not forget about him. I mean, we can name the usual suspects, but some of their teams are struggling greatly. Your Trey Turners, your Jalen Snows. I think Cooper Flag goes without saying. Caden Ship. Carl Holmes playing very well. I've been very impressed with him. Not so
Brian
much
Vaughn
the
as
team.
well.
Well, hey, welcome back.
The redemption tour, man. There was a narrative
that
that went out
the other night, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a narrative that went out before the season started, talking about, is that going to be the best comeback story or story of the season, the Vaughn brother reunion? And honestly, yeah, so far for me, that's what it is. Brian Vaughn's play has really lifted the Buffaloes, and I think that he's got them talking about them and his play. And this one wraps up here, 81-67. Florida wins huge over the Sooners on their own home court, no less. Post-up coming up, and then Game 2, Arkansas and UNLV after that. For Yells, I'm B-Ron. Have a good night, and we'll see you in the post-up, and then Game 2.
Ooh, man, oh man, oh man. As of present, you getting nothing but Drayton, and more Drayton. And this is officially Off the Rim.
Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Cause I'm tryna ball out. Come on if you bout it. But you better keep up. I'm not slowing down. I swear they gon' see us. Ain't no way around it.
Welcome back into your grandma's favorite show, The Post Up. Thank God we got Jalen back this week. I don't know if I could have done a whole another week by myself. Was running out of breath last time. Jalen, how are we feeling about that game we just watched?
The same way I feel after every time I watch Oklahoma play. We know that they have, the offensive talent and everything, but I don't think that they really even care about playing defense, really. Yeah, it's like, they have the talent, and it's carried them to even a couple pretty decent wins. But on nights like tonight, where the offense is lackluster like that, they're gonna lose 99% of the time. They have no chance unless they just go on a tear on the offensive end. I don't know if we've seen a broadcast where I came away feeling any differently about them. So,
yeah, I mean they are very much so a boom or doom kind of team to me. And yeah, offensive prowess, sure. 20 for 71 tonight as a team, under 30% as a team. And because of that, a lot of rebounds to be had. I got out rebounded 51 to 39. Ugly. Of those 51 missed shots, they grabbed 5 offensive rebounds out of 51. Which, I guess 10% of your shots you get an offensive rebound on. That doesn't sound too bad, but it is. But shout out Hanad Mickey going 4 for 4 for them. He did not miss one. Maybe try to get him going more. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say. Boomer Doom team. It was doomed tonight for the Sooners. I would love to give more credit to Florida, and great game by them. I can't find any big flaws in their game, but it's hard to really give props to the other team when you see the other guys go 20 to 71. I guess good defense. Great defense by Florida, but this was just I don't have a whole lot to say about this one. It wasn't the score. I think the end score makes it look a little more competitive than the actual gameplay was, if you ask me. So it kind of is what it is on that one.
Yeah, it was never really in. The game was never really in jeopardy for Florida.
No, they handled their business. This is two teams who have both kind of been very boomer doom, very kind of back and forth. I do think that Florida's got more of a structural base to find success this year off of. I think that Oklahoma has better offensive talent. So, they get a good spot in Hoopsteria, and you get Suno Chapa, Floyd Henderson, and or Jace Miguez, getting hot, they could absolutely make a run. So that's the thing about a team that they can get hot like they can, is if they are getting hot, they can play with anyone. But if they look like this, they're going to lose first round to anyone. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. If they maybe find a more consistent offensive flow. Half of their shots were threes tonight, and that just didn't go well. And more than half of their makes tonight were three. By the way, they had 8 made. They had 8 made shots inside the arc. That's it. They had 12 threes made. So interesting game for Oklahoma, but we won't dwell on it too long. But I do want the Sooners to know that I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's all. But let's move on. We got a fun new segment, Jalen. Always some new segments, and they're all new because we never seem to go back to any of them. But I'm gonna call this one this or that. I'm gonna give you some SWBA teams. Who knows where it is in draft order? But I'm gonna give you some SWBA teams and 2 guys who are on the board. You're the GM for this SWBA team, and you got to choose one of these 2 guys to mesh with the roster you got, and decide who you're going to take in the draft.
All right, let's get it.
All right, first up, the Milwaukee Bucks, and you got on the board Trey Turner and DJ Wagner.
That's a tough one. I think that I'm gonna have to go with Trey Turner on this one. I think he'd be a better fit with Dame and Giannis, and he's an elite 3-and-D guy. He could slide right in and make an impact.
Yeah, I think I'm all the way in on that one with you. I think Trey Turner needs the ball in his hands a lot less than DJ Wagner to be effective, but Trey Turner is also effective with the ball in his hands. So I think that one's gave you a softball there on that first one, in my opinion. All right, this one's fun though. Lakers, who somehow always need a center, they've got Jamison Johnson and Lamarian Sherwood on the board.
I think Sherwood, he's putting up crazy numbers right now, like insane. But if I'm the GM long term, I think the more athletic guy, and I think who has a higher ceiling and potentially be a better overall player, I would go with Jamison Johnson.
I want to agree with you. I think you make sound logic. If it was anyone but the Lakers, I'm agreeing. But I think year one, Lamarian Sherwood might put more butts in seats. Maybe. Just if he keeps putting up these numbers, then people want to go see him and can see the Lakers making a pick based on that. But who knows if my sunshine LeBron James would allow that to happen. Who knows? But next we got the Knicks. They're looking pretty good this year. Made some moves. And they've got on the clock, on the board, you got Richard Pizarski from Michigan or Jermaine McLemore from Miami.
I would go Pizarski. He's an elite scorer. 24 points per game. In a league like the NBA, you can never have too much scoring because there's not a whole lot of defense going on anyway. As far as Jermaine McLemore, a great good prospect, I'll say. Nothing special that stands out to him about him over Pizarski for me.
Yeah,
Other
I'm with.
than a little bit of size.
Yeah, I'm with you fully on there. Like you said, Jermaine McLemore's got the edge in size and athleticism. So it's a raw prospect. I think Jermaine maybe he's got that edge, but I mean Pizarski, like you said, much more talented scorer, much more versatile player. He's not. I mean, he's not a lot smaller height wise. I mean, that's a guy you can play at a couple different positions, and I think the Knicks could use that kind of versatility alongside the guys they got. Jermaine's a gamble. He's a guy that you get when you kind of say, we're going to see if we can develop this guy. Because right now he's not showing you a whole lot on the court. So, last one. We got, you either love him or you hate him, but you're the Warriors GM right now. You've got Jace, and I picked these for you, Jalen, before tonight's game. So maybe block tonight's game out of your mind. But you got Jace Miguez on the board from Oklahoma, and you got J.C. Graham from Wake Forest.
I think despite the awful game tonight, I'm still gonna go with Jace Miguez. I'm gonna mark this one as an anomaly. I mean, 3 for 19, 1 for 9. I don't think we'll see that from him again. We rarely saw it from him at the prep level. It's not something that he does much at this level. A little recency bias may make you lean the other way, but I think overall, Jace Miguez, he'll be one of the best scorers at any level, no matter where he's at.
Fair assessment. This is the first one I'm gonna have a hard disagree with you on. I think J.C. Graham is a very underrated prospect. He's not quite the shooter that Jace is, so maybe he doesn't fit that Warriors mold their plans right now. But to me, Jace Miguez, he's a better J.C. Graham's a better defender. He can score the rock, 6'6" guard. I think he's a very overlooked guy. I think the Warriors are the type of team that take a chance on a guy like that. But you can't go wrong with a scorer like Jace Miguez to put next to the guys they got right now. Just add a little more firepower to their roster next to Steph Curry and, whoever else is still playing with Steph Curry at this point. I know Draymond's still there for now. But yeah, so can't go wrong with either one of those. But fun segment there. But let's talk about what we got going on around SimWorld U tonight. A little later post up than we usually get, so we got more games. So we're just going to skim through a few. Xavier and Dayton. Xavier gets the win over a ranked Dayton team. Dayton team has been very good, but Millen Maccabee, 28 points in this win for Xavier. Good one there. Jalen, any thoughts on that one?
Nope. Still, as we just finished talking about prospects. Still looking at Deontay Poland. Every time we get up here, he's making some noise. Him and Bynum. So you would like to see them come away with a win. I think this will drop Dayton out of the top 25. It's not a good loss to have. They're already at 6. They're dropped to 6-6. Good win for Xavier. Been rough so far for them, but it might be what helps them turn the season around.
Yeah, I mean, good team, good players, but didn't get it done tonight. Another close game for Mississippi State as they escape on a game-winning layup from Darwin Cohan, who's been sensational this year. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists on 10 for 15 shooting for him. They beat Temple 69-67. Mississippi State seems to just keep winning close games, and Temple seems to just keep having tough losses. That's another one for them tonight.
Yeah, Mississippi State, they got off to a great start in the first half and then just kind of fell off the wagon in the second half. I think Temple did a good job of attacking the glass in the second half, which led them to win in both the offensive and total rebound battles. Dominating the boards it's always going to be a key in trying to pull off an upset or a comeback. And, it was the reason that, Temple almost pulled off both. So, they lost by 2 and they only shot 38% from the field, 27 from 3. They said you can do everything else right, but if you don't make shots, you won't win the game. And if you're Mississippi State, you got away with one tonight. But you'll take that over a loss any night. 4 straight wins, 8 out of the last 9, and take that win and on to the next one with your head held high.
All right, this next one, Jen. No comments on this. We're gonna save Boise State the embarrassment, but Duke beats Boise State 86-48. If you got something you got to say, all I want to highlight, yes, Cooper Flag had 33 points, but I want to highlight Roderick Little's night. just a do-it-all kind of guy. 14 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks on 7-11 from the field.
Real dirty.
Slurpee day, if I will say, 7-11 for Roger Little. But yeah, I mean, we don't got to bury it on Boise State. Cal, who has had some tough wins, some tough losses, goes down tonight 59-62 to Kansas State. Kansas State's one of those sleeper teams to me that could do more damage than I think people realize. We got Princeton. This one I'd like to actually get your thoughts on, Jalen. Princeton, in their third game of the year, third or fourth, they're undefeated still. 56-51 win on the road against an abysmal Iowa State team that has 1 win on the year and double-digit losses. But, hey, a win's a win for Princeton, who moved from an Ivy League into one of the premier SimWorld U leagues that we have here. Great win for them. 3 guys in double digits. I mean, this Princeton team, I mean, they're obviously not going to stay undefeated, Jalen, but do you think they could do a little damage to some big-time teams?
I think we're reaching a little bit here, Siege. Good team, good players. I don't think they, I don't know if they've necessarily been tested yet. As far as I think coming into this game, they expected to be 3-0 at the end of it. A little closer than they thought, but I mean, when you're playing a team that was 1-10 coming into the night, I think you're always going to feel pretty good going out.
You say that, Jalen, but all 3 of their wins have been road games. They beat Oklahoma before this, who we know is shaky, but that's not a bad.
Yeah.
And their first win of the season was against number 6 Arkansas, who they beat by 1 point. So they to me, they've been tested. This Princeton team's been tested. They can play in tough games. Again, they're not going to go undefeated. They're not going to win Hoopsteria. But if you get a chance to watch the Princeton Tigers play, take that chance. They're fun to watch right now. They're fun to watch. That's all I'll say. Yep. I don't want to overstate them too much, but they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. Oklahoma State, who's not having a great season, they get a 76-62 win over a pretty abysmal Seton Hall team. It was 2-9. But, Jason Crosser, that's our guy, did well. A battle of 2 underrated teams. I can't call Butler underrated. They're ranked pretty high other than that loss to Duke. But Butler, they're back on track ever since they took that loss to Duke. That was pretty ugly. Win 75-62 over TCU, who just can't seem to collect wins.
Yeah, Butler. I mean, they're looking great. They're sitting at the top of the Big East so far. Obviously ahead of conference play, but just keep on winning.
That they will, and that's all the games that have wrapped up so far. But we got 3 more. One of them being what's coming up next, but not on broadcast. Keep your eye out for these. Indiana on a hot streak, taking on Oregon in Eugene, and Davidson and the star freshman. We all love to watch him. Benari James, we miss you, Benari. Don't know where you've been, but we miss you. He's probably just focusing on hoop, but Davidson taking on Stanford. And then we got in Las Vegas, Nevada, the city of sin, at the Thomas and Mack Athletic Center, UNLV hosting Arkansas. Now, UNLV not played a lot of games so far. Arkansas is one of the hottest teams in the country. UNLV's got that talented roster. Jalen, what's your 3 in the key for this one coming up?
All right, the first key for the night is going to be for Arkansas. It's going to be attack the glass. They're as one of the smaller teams in SimWorld U. They've managed to get off to a great start despite being the 7th worst rebounding team in the country. So this is a rare occasion where they actually have a size advantage, and I'd like to see them take advantage of it tonight. For UNLV, it's going to be push the pace. As I mentioned in the last key, UNLV is one of the smallest teams in the country, but where they do excel is they have elite guard play. And between Montel Cage and Jarrell Beauchamp, I'd like to see UNLV get back to being the running rebels, push the ball up the floor, let Cage and Beauchamp, get downhill, get 2 feet in the paint, and make plays for themselves and others, like Nat Hawkins and Keontae Smythe. And then for my last key, it's going to be pretty broad key, but defense. UNLV is 10th in the country in field goal percentage, and Arkansas is 4th. So both of these offenses are extremely efficient, and they do a good job of taking their time, moving the ball, getting good shots. So both of these teams are also sitting towards the bottom in SimWorld U and forced turnovers. So it's really just going to come down to which team is going to sit down on defense, be disciplined, and force the other team into taking difficult shots.
Well, it sounds like we got a good one on deck here at the Thomas and Mack Center. We're going to send it out over there in just a moment, where we'll send it over to JK47 Candell and Coach Drayton on the call for you tonight on SimWorld TV. Great matchup, good guard play. Not a lot of size, but should be an exciting one. We'll see if they get out and run. Thank you for being here with us on the Post Up. We'll see you again next week. Always remember, SimWorld Sports, the only place where you can see the game, be the game, drink your water, and have a great night.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamma Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. So drive up the price, push up the stock, build up your name, stir up the pot, piss off the ops. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld, this is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be trippin' with my foes, tipping, shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld Hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
Welcome into the Thomas and Mack Center
here from the Sin City, Las Vegas, where the number 6 Arkansas Razorbacks are going to take on the UNLV Running Rebels. I am your play-by-play man for this matchup, Jason J.K. Candell, joined alongside my co-partner for this one, Coach Asad Drayton. How are we doing tonight, Coach?
Man, it is wonderful out here out west. They treated me to some special tokens. They said I could take this into any place and run it up. But I happen to know that I'm not going to gamble. I'm going to keep these coins.
SimWorld TV does not endorse gambling. But back to the game at hand here. These are two vastly different teams. This Arkansas squad has won 6 in a row. They are blazing hot in year 1 of John Calipari, one of the most storied head coaches in SimWorld U history. And we're off here. Rebels trying to get something going. This is more of a Nat Hawkins kind of team than Jarrell Beauchamp. He's the star freshman, but he does play a big role. Shot clock winding down for UNLV. 4 seconds, 3. Ben's trying to shake the defender. Inside shot, no good. Arkansas going the other way with it. On the rebound, there is... Yeah. Drayton, what do you think the key to victory here is for UNLV? And the slam, beautiful.
Christ. You always, when you have these John Calipari teams, you have teams that are star-studded from the top to the bottom. I think in order for Arkansas to win, it comes down to guard versus guard. We have to see great finish right there. We have to see who wants it more between Jarrell Beauchamp and DJ Wagner. You have to see which guard is going to step up.
Absolutely, that's what I thought was the most important matchup in this one. DJ Wagner had that slam for Arkansas. Nat Hawkins gets on the board for UNLV. But while this is DJ Wagner's team, he's not the only go-to scorer. Wagner gets stripped right there, but is able to recover it. Back inside, Josie athleticism, and one. Keontae Smythe called for the foul. Chance for a 3-point play here for the standout sophomore.
And you know, with these John Calipari coach teams, you know, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a big fan of him. You get elite star player from top to bottom. That I know a lot of the bottom guys on the Arkansas roster probably aren't known, but the Nick Bowies, the Isabello Averys, these guys that when they do come in, they are able to contribute early and often.
You mentioned him was really good at Kukuda SimWorld Prep here. Doesn't get that one to go right there is DJ Wagner. UNLV, Jarrell Cooks trying to make some offense brew right there. There's Beauchamp. Not a lot of size for this Arkansas team. That's something that can be advantageous for Keontae Smythe down low. Triple in the corner right there, and that's good.
And they're not called the running rebels for no reason. They're not called the running rebels for no reason. When they're playing at that pace and the ball's moving as fast as it was, they're generally going to get great and timely shots.
Beautiful 3 right there. Montel Cage, this is a very guard-heavy lineup, but Keontae Smythe is very imposing down low with that 6'11" frame. Inside gets that. 6'5" Arkansas.
Romeo Graham is not playing around. He said he knows everybody's coming to see DJ Wagner, but he got game 2.
Definitely. These Arkansas big men are no slouch, but they are not great on the boards. They're 77th in the country in rebounds per game. Not ideal from John Calipari, who's coached his fair share of elite big men. The Karl Anthony Townses, the Anthony Davises.
I don't know if I'm putting Karl Anthony Towns in the elite big. Besides the point, great score right there.
Jarrell Beauchamp. We know him from his SimWorld Oceania days. I'm sure he's no stranger to you, Coach Drayton.
There's a few guards in SimWorld Prep that gave me fits. Most of them still haven't beaten me, but that's neither here nor there.
Is Jarrell Beauchamp one of them? All in 3. DJ Wagner gets that to go. DJ Wagner with the heat check early in that one, hitting that long 3 to put the Razorbacks back up.
And that's generally what you get from the guards of John Calipari. When Coach Cal's coaching a guard, you generally know that there's only two things that are guaranteed. It's gonna rain in Seattle, and a Coach Cal guard's going in the first round.
Side, a little bit of a mishap right there. Great defensive play from the Razorbacks. That's Rollins Burnett Caster with the play right there. The bench big man inside. Can't get that one to go. Another second chance opportunity for Arkansas, and another foul on Keontae Smythe. That's his second. But we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Avant que je puisse réagir, j'étais embarqué dans un camion de livraison, et voilà comment j'ai atterri ici.
Ah, c'est incroyable, hein.
Hein, t'entends ça, chérie?
Oui, c'est fou.
Welcome back here from Las Vegas. I had to take a bathroom break, so sorry for the extended delay. Arkansas off the line right now, trying to extend their lead. Gets that one to go right there. 10-7 lead. That's Brandon Phillips, the junior high flyer. But Brandon Phillips has scored double-digit points in 8 of the 12 games for Arkansas this season, including 19 against Marquette on November 4th. He is quite dangerous next to DJ Wagner.
And again, when you have these Coach Cal coach teams, you get to see elite guards almost everywhere. He usually runs a 2 or 3 guard system, and when you see it, it's usually a work of art.
Absolutely. The number of SWBA guards that John Calipari's coach is too long for us to count. On the drive right there, Hawkins can't get it to go. Going the other way are the Razorbacks. This team is blazing hot. 6-game winning streak, beat 2 ranked teams in that time span. Fresh off a victory over Utah, but that's an illegal screen on Rawlings' direct caster right there. UNLV with a chance to cut into that deficit a little bit.
And direct caster, even though that's an untimely illegal screen, I think he's an elite athlete, and they were setting up the perfect slip screen. It was going to be a backdoor cut to him, and I think that would have been a monster oop had it been thrown.
Absolutely. UNLV looking to tie this game up, make it a 1-point game. You're trying to control the tempo. You're in front of a loud group of fans here at the Thomas and Mack Center. Beautiful behind the back pass right there, but can't get the shot to go. Gets his own rebound. Inside and rejected by Direct Caster. Arkansas denied that right there, Coach.
And the thing about this Arkansas team is they're so gritty that you would think with Keontae Smythe and some of the guys that UNLV has on the inside, they wouldn't try and attack inside as often as they do, but there's no fear in their heart. They're going to keep on attacking inside.
Pull up J, Nick Bowie, former Beyond the Arch star, gets that one to go right there. 12-7 lead for the Razorbacks with just 5.5 minutes elapsed in this first period. Near steal right there. Forces the dribble, gets it right back on the floater. Uses the glass right there. Jarrell Beauchamp makes it a 3-point game. Had that basketball on a string right there, Coach.
Jarrell Beauchamp is seeing that DJ Wagner is starting to get out early on him, and he definitely wants him to know that this is a battle and I'm not going out like that. And DJ Wagner sinks one off his footing.
Allen's contested long three. There's a reason this kid is a future lottery pick. So talented.
And if anybody's ever been to Camden, New Jersey, he has to be a shooter like that because there's not much other options.
Corner three right there. Great response from UNLV. 15-12 in favor of the Razorbacks. Bowie trying to pose himself inside, draws a little bit of contact, no call though. Goes the other way with UNLV. Canyon Waring, known for his shooting ability, has only made 1 3 this season. Very fitting game.
And you can probably say that's by proxy of how well that they move the ball, that sometimes when somebody's a shooter, they don't always take the most opportune shots because they know the shots they can make.
If Canyon Waring gets that shot right there, Coach. Way misfired. Not the greatest look, honestly. Good pass. Rushed the shot a little bit. Bowie inside. No, sir. Going the other way is Nat Hawkins. 9.5 rebounds per game for Nat Hawkins. Spin move right there. And the inside and a layup. Puts a little bit of filet on that one. Norville DeJohn Jones called for the foul. But Nat Hawkins with the beautiful spin move and one layup with a chance to tie this game here in Vegas.
And you just gotta love anybody that has the ferocity to take it to the hole with 2 or 3 defenders in there saying, I'm there, meet me. And he did more than that. And he convert old style 3-point play.
Throw goes, and we're tied at 15 here. This has been quite interesting going early on in this one, Coach. Nick Bowie gets that first step, but defender was there all the way. That's Canyon Waring drawing coverage. Waring forced to nearly pick up his dribble. Beauchamp for 3 on the catch and shoot. Can't get it to go, though. Direct Caster is there on the rebound.
And I think this would have been the time for UNLV to put 2 feet in a knee on the gas pedal right here. That you go all the way into your 7-second offense. Two of their better defenders on ball and off ball aren't on the court. You have to attack now.
DJ Wagner's not in the game. You talked about it. You have to capitalize here. This is where Nat Hawkins really has to take over. 3. Good. Jarrell Beauchamp. 18-17 lead for the Rebels. Certainly a statement game here for UNLV. Talk about it, Coach.
When you have a big game like this, all those shots matter. You want to take the air completely out of the away team and get your fans so loud and so rowdy that they can't hear their coach. But Arkansas still has some fight in them.
Brett Caster gets the offensive rebound and the shot to go, but Jarrell Beauchamp, Nat Hawkins have shown up for this one. The Stars are in attendance. That's a bad pass right there. It's going the other way in favor of Arkansas. Brett Caster Finds DeJon Jones on the inside, can't get it to go. UNLV gets it off the glass. Jarrell Beauchamp drawing the screen. Shakes the defender, finds Waring. Not much you can really do with it though. Jarrell Beauchamp is really impressing me with his poise tonight.
I think his willingness to play unselfishly in this game, sometimes that's all the difference. He's usually one of those guys that wants to hold on to the ball. He wants the shot, but he knows what has to be done in order to win a game like this. And Nat Hawkins is like, hey, feed me more.
And Kevin Kruger, the head coach of this UNLV team, replaced TJ Otzelberger, who's now at Iowa State, has been pretty good at Iowa State, but this ISU team has not been particularly impressive as of late this season. Kevin Kruger, meanwhile, doing a really good job with this Rebels team that has a lot of promise and a lot of talent with this recruiting class, and rejected off the glass right there with the recruiting class centered around Beauchamp, Keontae Smythe, and the injured Sky Durant.
And it's unfortunate that Sky Durant got injured. Anybody who got to watch some of his SimWorld prep career and his time at Phoenix High School in North Carolina knows that this was an elite scorer. His frame was wiry and more weight needed to be added, and hopefully when he comes back from injury he's a little heavier, but he definitely was an elite scorer off the bench that this team could have used.
Inside Bowie, no good. Waring on the rebound. Pull-up jumper, way offline. Both offenses are going a little bit cold here without their star guards in the game. UNLV pulls that one down. Kenyon Waring, again, saying his name a lot tonight for what he's doing on the boards. Montel Cage open the corner. Can't get the look though, but a little bit of time left on the shot clock. Through contact too. No sir. This Arkansas team is so much fun. They're guard heavy, but they're tough. And what do you think's been the catalyst to that 6-game winning streak?
I definitely want to say their willingness for the guards to just step up and play sometimes more team basketball. Everybody knows DJ Wagner. Everybody knows Norvell, DeJon Jones. But when some of the other guys step up, it makes this team that much more scary. Just a bad possession there as I'm saying that. But when you're watching this Arkansas team, they have the remnants of what the old Kentucky-style teams used to be.
Looks like a full second unit in right now for John Calipari. Looks like UNLV could do a lot to really take advantage of that. Kevin Kruger has to be really smart with how he handles this right now, because you have none of those elite guards in the game right now if you're Arkansas. And that is the last thing you want to happen if you're UNLV. That's Keontae Smythe. That's his third. Arkansas calls timeout. We're gonna take a quick break. Don't you go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk.
What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all. Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Welcome back to sunny Las Vegas here. I don't care that it's November. The weather here in Vegas is buzzing at the Thomas and Mack Center. Honestly, this is my first time being in Vegas with being of legal age, and I've really enjoyed it, Coach. What do you think's been there to see in such in Sin City?
If you're from where I'm from, very rare are people walking with no shoes on, no socks. I didn't know that people did that until we were here, but when you're a little down on your luck and your chips are low, I guess you gotta run with the rebels.
Yeah, absolutely. We are not condoning gambling, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just put that in the air. But Las Vegas is an incredible city. People love to show up. People love to have fun. It's only a matter of time that Las Vegas gets their SWBA team because they certainly deserve it. You see how people show up for the Raiders, the Knights, the Athletics when they come there. This place is built for sports. Inside, on the second effort, that's Smythe's fourth. Now you have to take him out.
7 minutes left. He's at 4 fouls. I understand that big is definitely not where they have the most depth. And this is not the type of team where you can allow their bigs to get to the inside. But as a coach, you have to make the tough decision, and he has to get pulled right now.
Jomeo Graham going to the line. Jomeo and Juliet. Jomo, excuse me. Jomo Graham going to the line here. And Jomo's such an interesting talent. At the line right now, though, 2020, 7-22. Play. He is not a lover boy, though, despite being named Jomo. Unfortunately. But Arkansas regains the lead, 21-20. Keontae Smythe. This is where Jomo and Rawlings, direct caster, have to do their damage. You have to impose yourself inside now. You got to play physical basketball.
I'm saying Nat Hawkins, the way he has to step up, I think this would solidify him being a lottery pick. If he can show teams that he can be that great shot by Montel Cage. If he can show teams that he can do more than just score, that he can defend and protect the paint at an elite level, even while being undersized, it pretty much wraps up his case for why he should be a lottery pick.
Absolutely. DJ Wagner has not been in the game for a little bit of time. Inside Arkansas, trying to penetrate the Smythe-less interior for UNLV. Shot clock expiring, though. Contested shot, had no luck there. Gotta get a better look than that. You have 30 seconds. Can't be settling till the end of the shot clock for a look that poor. Inside on the hop step. And that's Jarrell Beauchamp. There goes that man, Carson City native.
And this is the exact matchup that I was saying that has to be fed if you want to take a lead, especially with Keontae Smythe coming out of the game. You're well aware that they don't have a backup guard that can really guard Jarrell Beauchamp. So as early and as often as you can get the ISOs, the pick and rolls, the down screens to get him any type of look so he can heat up, so by the time DJ Wagner gets back in the game, it's already too late. If he gets to his spot, it's a guaranteed score.
The Rebels are running right now. They're up 5 in front of their home fans. If you're John Calipari, you have to run DJ Wagner back into this game because their offense looks stagnant without him.
That's just a tough shot.
Finley Devar gets that shot to go. Nice shot there. Arkansas still trails by 3 with 5 minutes to play in this first half. Beauchamp had to look for a second. Opts not to take it. Did he use his hand?
Cooks him, eats him. No!
What did that man just do? And won. Just some absolute sorcery going down here in Las Vegas. Arkansas needs a timeout. You're watching SimWorld U Basketball on SimWorld TV.
I've invited Pedro over.
When do I think about you? Yeah. When do I wanna kiss your lips? I'm never leaving 'cause I need you. And I still can't find the words to say how I feel about you inside. slowly. I need you to hold me. Without you near, I feel lonely. Console me and let me know that we're gonna be together forever. I want your love through every changing season. I want your love with the smile or with the tear. Cause I know besides love there is no reason that I always seem to need you near. I want you every time I see the sky, cause all I see are visions of your face. Without you in my life, I think I die. Your love and care could never ever be replaced. I want you when I'm roaming, even when I'm standing on the shore. I want you to be my one and only, and when you're gone, I want you even more than any price and gold. Even after the music ends, you will ever know. Unless you felt my love within, I don't know if I'll ever see the sun again or ever love again. All I know is that I want you, want you, want you. When do I dream about you? So many times I really need you. I cry 'cause I can see you, then you made everything alright.
And we're back here in Las Vegas, where Jarrell Beauchamp, 11 points on the night, has a chance to make it 12 after his impending trip to the free throw line. Shake and bake, ladies and gentlemen. That is what Jarrell Beauchamp has been doing all night long. It is a battle of the guards. 10 points for DJ Wagner, 11 for Jarrell Beauchamp. We said this was going to be the point of emphasis and what to watch for tonight. We did not think it would be the case this prevalently this early on.
And you know Jarrell Beauchamp's always going to be one of those guys that draws fouls because he's a heavy trash talker. He's looking for that attention. He's brash. He's one of those guys that when he's playing, every time he scores, you're going to hear his mouth. He's going to pump his arms at you. He's talking that noise, and the more he scores, the harder it comes to guard him.
Definitely. And I like a guy that's going to talk a little smack because talk your talk, walk your walk, you know? Do your thing.
I'm all for it as long as it doesn't affect your game. Don't start trash talking while we're down 10 points and you're missing your shots.
At the line, Beauchamp gets it to go. 29-23, 12 points for Jarrell Beauchamp in this first half, and there's still 5 minutes to play. DJ Wagner is back in the game for Arkansas. And the slam quickly makes his presence felt. Wasting no time to get back on the score sheet.
I don't think necessarily anybody was worried or confused if DJ Wagner was going to come in and have an impact.
You have to wait for that shot to fall before you finish.
Yeah, I couldn't necessarily just give it to him just yet. DJ Wagner is one of those guys that on your team, he's going to be a de facto leader, even if there's guys older than him.
DJ Wagner again, long 3, 15 points already on the night, 6 of 7 from the floor. This kid is cooking here in Vegas.
And when you start thinking about who's going to be on what team next year as the season slowly approaches its midway point, you can think somebody like DJ Wagner is not coming back. I think he's pretty much, with his first year at Kentucky, he proved he could be the 2B guy, the almost 3C guy. But this season, I think he showed he can also be a 1A and solidified his lottery pick. Great finish right there.
Beautiful finish right there. You're talking about DJ Wagner. He's really impressed me with his range tonight. His confidence from deep. That's big, especially with a kid so young. He's only a sophomore. Jomo couldn't get that in time, but he's really impressed me with his confidence, his poise. And DJ Wagner, his grandpa, Milt, SWBA. His dad, DeJuan Wagner, SWBA. Third generation SWBA prospect is DJ Wagner, and you can tell that basketball's been bred into him from a young age.
We have a 2-11 in progress.
Deal in progress. Jarrell Beauchamp has been dueling with DJ Wagner all night. Montel Cage is is the one that's with the ball right now, trying to find an open shooter. Nothing there. Waring sets the screen inside, gives him some space, and gets it. Arkansas calls another timeout.
And a great score from A.O. Wilson from the island of Staten.
Our New Yorkers, we love our East Coasters here in the broadcast group, Coach Drayton.
I used to frequent the East Coast a lot during my summers as a kid. My parents were always saying, in order to be lively, you have to go to a lot of live places. Staten Island was one of those places that I used to go, and I have a cousin out there, and me and him used to fight, and we still fight to this day. The more you know.
Coach Drayton backstory, ladies and gentlemen. And we're just going to give you a quick reminder. This Saturday, November 23rd, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, is the SimWorld Global Hoops Challenge. All of those intercontinental teams that you've been waiting to see take the SimWorld Prep floor this season are going to do that. They're all going to square up with each other. It's going to be a little bit of a war of the worlds on the SimWorld Prep circuit this weekend.
And guess who's going to be there? Me. Why not? Who doesn't love me?
You're gonna enjoy it from the couch.
Oh no, I got my ticket. I'm flying.
SimWorld TV got you flying first class or what?
Now you know good and well it's economy.
Damn, they got me flying first class. They gotta set you up right, man. I'll talk to the bosses for you. Inside, Nat Hawkins though, backing down DJ Wagner, has it. Whistle called.
That's a tough one. I don't know if I call that a foul.
DJ Wagner getting called for that, or?
I don't think DJ Wagner fouled him. I think the crowd's loud enough where the ref felt like, oh, I gotta call this. I'm not necessarily sure if I call that one if I have the whistle.
Definitely. Hawkins at the line, shooting two, gets that first one to go. They didn't call it on DJ Wagner. Actually, they called it on Jomo Graham. And Hawkins shooting his second with a chance to make it a big lead. Arkansas trying to get themselves back into this one. They find themselves in a 5-point hole. Shot right there, gets it to go. Beautiful acrobatic play.
I think DJ Wagner is saying that no matter what the score is, that I'm going to give it everything that I got and close this deficit no matter what. A little shake and bake from the island of Staten. Hey, yo, Wilson.
Wilson, known for his playmaking, showing that he's a lot more than that for this UNLV squad. Jomo Graham, no sir.
Rebels are running. Now Hawkins with the finish! Now this is what makes this UNLV team so dangerous, that when they get into their sets and they can run at maximum speed and they become efficient like this.
It's nice and easy. Staples. But 5-point deficit still for Arkansas. Time is expiring in this first half. UNLV has come to play. Long three right there. Twirls the iron. Going the other way is Brandon Phillips. Phillips, the athlete, trying to go inside. Makes an acrobatic play behind the back right there. Nat Hawkins had no answer.
I mean, I don't think too many people have the answer for that. I felt like he covered it well. And when somebody's going to make their shot, they're going to make their shot.
Question tonight is, with the athleticism and the finishing ability we're seeing tonight, it's like the spawn of Kyrie Irving on the floor tonight. Hawkins gets his own rebound. 43-38 in favor of UNLV. But Kyrie Irving would be proud right now. Shout out to Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban. But Arkansas is going to take the last shot. Surprised they're not going to Wagner with this one. DeJon Jones. And that's no good. 43-38 in favor of the running Rebels, who have been running the floor all night at the Thomas and Mack Center, have number 6 Arkansas, who is in the midst of a 6-game winning streak on the ropes right now. Coach, tell me a little bit more about what UNLV has done right.
I think right when DJ Wagner came out of the game, they knew they had to fire at maximum efficiency. They put all of their starters back in, even to the detriment of Keontae Smythe. They were running at maximum speed. They were trying to get as many shots up as humanly possible, and to their benefit, they were hitting them. Once you start hitting your spots and everybody's getting comfortable, yeah, you start to feel it a little bit in your legs, and it's probably going to hurt in the stretch. But Nat Hawkins started to heat up. Jarrell Beauchamp started to heat up. A.O. Wilson started to heat up. And when everybody heats up and everybody gets to their spots, even when the starters come back in, they're still comfortable.
Yeah, and for Arkansas, it doesn't really seem like they can generate any offense with DJ Wagner on the floor. He's 19 points, but that's really it. That's going to do it for our halftime report brought to you by SimWorld TV.
Up all night, putting work till it's daylight, yeah. Inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. 'Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing left. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow, no.
We're back here for second half action here from Las Vegas, brought to you by SimWorld TV. Arkansas coming into the half down by 5. Their 6-game winning streak looks to be on the ropes right now. What do they got to do to get back into this one? Not missing layups like that would be a nice start.
I think they have to go back into their normal sets. I'm not necessarily mad at how they're choosing to attack. I think their best course of action is their 4-and-1 or 3-and-2 actions to attack the paint. I think that's necessarily the best course of action.
Brett Castor with that one right there has probably been the most consistent second option behind DJ Wagner for this team today. Nat Hawkins with the slam. And honestly, Coach Drayton, we're talking a lot about what DJ Wagner's done for this Arkansas team. 19 points in that first half. 8 of 9 shooting, 3 of 3 from deep. This kid is nothing short of spectacular. And that's a bad turnover for Arkansas.
And I think for the most part, it's just the little small mistakes for Arkansas that are so costly. They keep on getting caught on islands. I don't know why nobody's helping. And for somebody like Nat Hawkins, this is not a guy you can just leave in a one-on-one scenario. That's easy bake oven every time.
Easy bake oven, now that's a throwback. Did you own one of those, Coach?
I did not.
Oh, dang. No siblings or anything? DJ Wagner inside. Can't get it to go. But a lot of these players rejected right there. Direct Castor. Direct Castor grew up with 6 siblings. We know about Rip Akir at the SimWorld prep level, who's known for his cooking. Rollins Direct Castor is the same. Great with cooking gourmet meals. And also volunteers at youth camp. This kid does it all.
As somebody who is more on the genuine side, like me, I understand where he's coming from. I come from a big family. I talk a lot about my uncles that were really like brothers to me. So I know what it's like when you're from one of those big families and you gotta learn to cook, other because your parents work late. There's a lot of experiment meals that makes your palate grow to where you can eat anything.
Absolutely. Go. Wagner finds Graham inside. Can't get it to go. But the fact that you can cook, not only can you cook gourmet meals is something that is very impressive. I can't even make an egg.
Experience is the best teacher, and in order to get good at anything, you have to fail a million times. Tough shot made by Keontae Smythe.
Beautiful shot from Keontae Smythe. Was in foul trouble for most of the first half. And the slam right there from DJ Wagner. 51-44 in favor of UNLV. John Calipari wants to talk things over, but while he does, let's shout out our people in the chat. SimWorld 4K on our socials. Help us get some more viewers so we can do more great things for each and every one of you. Give us some shout outs, Coach Straighten.
Shout out my man, Coach Simpson, Biff Markham, Coach Wood, Jay Midoriya, Ripper Carey, the great one, Coach Dodge, Mark Chisholm.
A lot of coaches I'm seeing here. SimWorld prep coaches. Very prideful bunch.
I mean, when you want to be the best, you got to watch the next level. I pride myself in always trying to watch college and pro games because we do the watered down stuff. We're teaching basic basketball to a lot of these high school kids.
And you're talking about pro basketball. What about what De'Aaron Fox did this past weekend? 109 points in 24 hours.
When you talk about De'Aaron Fox, I think that whole recruiting class end up being like a special one of those draft classes where you look back, and granted, none of them have taken over yet. But when you look at that draft class, a lot of those guys are in fact special, even some of the guys that were picked later. And I think because of how dominant the older guys in the league, like look at Kevin Durant, look at Stephen Curry, look at LeBron James, these guys are in their late 30s still dominating.
Free throw line. No good on that shot right there from Montel Cage. Vegas got a big crowd. How many people you think got money on this game?
Just to throw in this tidbit, SimWorld does not condone sports betting.
I've been saying that all night. We do not condone sports betting, but Vegas does. And we are in Vegas, so we cannot deny the inevitable.
I know how parlays work, and I know there's a lot of people that took the over on this game.
Lapsed by Montel Cage there. 16:07 to play in this game, and UNLV leads. But things can change in an instant with this Arkansas team. Guard play wins big games at the SimWorld U level, and that's why this Arkansas team is so scary.
You want to know what's even more scary? A team that's only played 2 games so far and is able to compete with ranked 6 Arkansas. Their big men are in foul trouble. Some of their guards haven't necessarily stepped up, and they're winning this game.
Oh, absolutely. The defense chants are coming. Canyon Waring, pull-up jumper, known for his shooting. Not a lot of shooting success tonight for Canyon Waring.
I think if I'm a coach, I'm going to keep letting him shoot for how he's hustling and getting rebounds. If his jumper ever comes online in this game, I think it makes all the difference.
Definitely finds Norvell to John Jones. with this one. Gonna draw the screen. Has a great look, but just not enough flair on that one. Not enough elbow grease. What happened there?
I think this Las Vegas crowd is starting to get loud and rowdy, and somebody like Norvell DeJohn Jones is like one of those guys that everybody wants on their team. He's a team first guy. He's all about the pair respect. So when he's not feeling it, you start to feel like everybody's not feeling it. And then DJ Wagner's not in. So now we begin to question ourselves. Are we really going to lose to an unranked team? And people start pressing. And shots that they usually don't take, they take.
53-48. Here's a fun fact about Norvell DeJohn Jones. His favorite off-court hobby is dating. How many girlfriends does this kid have?
I mean, when you're in Las Vegas, I know it's some starlets that he's definitely courted. He's gotten the digits of, and with VIL money, he can do a little bit of peacocking, and he illegally probably bets on himself.
Let's not slander Norvell DeJohn Jones, but you're talking about that VIL money. He's dating. He's a SimWorld Hoops basketball player. He's a starter on a big team, and Arkansas's got some empty pockets for him. He's got some cash to spend on his ladies, plural. He's just like me for real. He's actually just like my good friend Rick Blaze as well.
And just to clarify, when I said bet on himself, that was a double entendre. I'm not saying that he illegally bets on himself. SimWorld does not condone sports betting.
SimWorld TV, please do not conduct an investigation off of the joking words of Assad Drayton.
Great finish right there.
Well, Direct Caster. That name is such a mouthful. Beautiful finish right there. Kid has such a great story. He's been there all night. He's a force on the boards for this team. He's their tallest player at 6'10" and showing it. Bad shot right there though.
And they cut the lead down to 5, but you can feel that Arkansas is truly pressing. They feel the tension and the heat, and everything's becoming more crucial as the game winds down, because this would be a big upset. They're a top 10 team facing an unranked team, and it looks like they're not going to be able to come away with this one.
Not only top 10, they've won 6 in a row. They have not lost in over a month. Their last loss was on October 18th, as Arkansas takes a timeout with a 3-point deficit here in Las Vegas. You're watching SimWorld Hoops basketball. Don't go anywhere.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome back here from Sin City, Las Vegas. 11:47 to go in this one. UNLV leads by 3. It's going to be a battle of the guards. We've seen DJ Wagner sit a little bit in this game, but when he's in, he's in. He's not missing. 21 points. He's been the beating heart of the Arkansas offense tonight, and if they want to come back, that's who they're going to need to rely on more than anyone.
And I think UNLV, even with Smythe being in foul trouble, has done a great job of securing the paint. They're not getting any easy shots. They're making sure that they run the court with maximum efficiency. I think A.O. Wilson has stepped up a lot in this game. I think Montel Cage has stepped up a lot in this game. And I think if you were somebody who wasn't high on Nat Hawkins, I think he might have proved you wrong in this game too.
Absolutely. But the person that's impressed me most today is Rawlings Direct Caster. 10.7 rebounds, 3 blocks. He's outplaying Jomo Graham. Io Wilson, you said it on cue. Illegal screen right there. Bad miscue for the Razorbacks.
If I'm Arkansas, I slow this all the way down. Even if we're only getting 2 points, it has to be concise. Let's take the air out of this crowd and not have untimely mistakes.
Unforced turnovers inside. Hooks, no good. Arkansas with luckily the damage stopped there. Inside, Deshaun Jones on the fadeaway. Yeah, the shot can't connect on it though. That's a heartbreaker. That's one that we're gonna look back on if they lose this game. Big steal right there, Nick Bowie. Not really sure why DJ Wagner's not in the game right now. Looks like he's at the scorer's table though. Next dead ball. Arkansas's dormant offense is getting a big reinforcement. Waring in and out. Jomo Graham gets the board. Inside Arkansas. Beautiful offense right there. And UNLV calls timeout, and DJ Wagner will return to the floor. After that Isabella Avery bucket, 1 point lead for UNLV. But Arkansas is not going away. Arkansas's got the resiliency. They've been playing from behind for the majority of this game, but as a favorite team, as a top 10 team, that's had plenty of momentum. But this UNLV team, even just 2 games into the 3rd game of the year, they are proving right now to everybody countrywide that they are no slouch, and that with this guard play, they are not to be taken lightly.
I think they have all the makings to pull off this upset. Now, in this second half, as the clock's dwindling down, you can see that they themselves, even with the lead, are starting to press. A lot of bad passes, unnecessary extra passes. People are taking, on a fast break, taking the deep mid-range instead of trying to finish inside. I think if they just go back and calm down and play their game that got them the lead, I think they can pull this off.
Definitely. But Jarrell Beauchamp was big in that first half for UNLV. Been very quiet in that second half. Contact there. Going to the line is Montel Cage. 28.6% from the free throw line headed into this contest. Wouldn't call that uber encouraging.
And when you're gonna shoot your free throws, either you're gonna make them or you miss them. I don't believe in the whole free throw percentage or commentators jinx. If you're gonna make them, you're gonna make them. If you're gonna miss them, you're gonna miss them.
And he missed that one right there, and that's huge. Cage setting up to make this a 2-point game. Releases. No good. Misses both. Bad trip to the line for Montel Cage right there. Bowie gets the rebound. Nick Bowie, Beyond the Arch star, former Beyond the Arch star, Kentucky's Gatorade Mr. Basketball. Trying to shake it, holding onto the ball way too long right here though. Trying to make something happen.
I think he's just trying to draw Smythe out of the paint, and it works. He gets blocked.
Great block right there from Keontae Smythe, I believe. Jarrell Beauchamp, open from 3, doesn't take the look, tries to spin away, uses athleticism right there. Bowie gets a hand on it and the rebound. Great defense from the freshman right there.
Arkansas has taken the lead.
A little bit of filet on that one too from Javion Shepard, and UNLV calls timeout. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. 9 minutes, 38 seconds to play here. Arkansas has finally taken the lead on that Javion Shepard fillet right there. And this UNLV defense looks a little bit filleted.
Well, I think they're gassed. They've played a lot of their guys more minutes than they should have. I don't think they're willing to rotate as deep as they should. And DJ Wagner's been rested, so if he comes in these last 9 minutes after only really playing 17 minutes, I think he probably has the freshest legs in the whole game. That's not something necessarily that UNLV wants.
We're going to talk about our SimWorld TV impact player, Rawlings Direct Caster, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, off the bench no less. When Arkansas needed someone to step up behind DJ Wagner, RDC has been that guy.
Real dreamers ain't the one.
Inside right there, spin move. Contested defense right there. Called for a foul. Aya Wilson going to the line, but who was the foul on?
It's one of those home team calls.
Nothing's better than some good old home cooking. But Aya Wilson, known for his playmaking, 5 assists per game, one of the best playmakers in all of SimWorld U. But right now has a big trip to the line and coming and misses that one. Costly, bad free throw shooting. 3 straight missed free throws at the line for UNLV. Not what you want to see right now if you're Kevin Cooper.
It all goes back to that pressure either makes diamonds or bust pipes, and they're really pressing themselves, and instead of just taking their time, they're rushing everything, and it's allowed Arkansas to come back.
Wagner misses the shot, going the other way. Last touch by DJ Wagner. Thought pressure was something you put in tires.
And I want to say that's DJ Wagner's 3rd miss of the game.
That's a testament to how well he's playing, if anything. Hawkins jumper no good. UNLV cannot buy a bucket right now. Dejon Jones trying to waste some clock here. Great trap right there on DJ Wagner. Finds RDC. Brandon Phillips. DJ Wagner shot clock expiring, long 3. If anyone can make that, it's DJ Wagner, but no good. Hits off the front rim. And the slam right there.
Hawkins says, this game ain't over.
Still 8 minutes left. It's far from over. But that was a blink and you'll miss it type situation right there. Ferocious.
When those long rebounds happen, a lot of people usually go
Wagner with the slam. One hand flush. not mean to cut you off, Coach Drayton, but DJ Wagner, 25 points. What an athlete, what a shooter, what an offensive juggernaut. Scoring machine, I might say.
It's an ISO! Jesus Christ! If America runs on Duncan, I'm Nat Hawkins on the break.
Weren't you saying that about Vincent Magic last week?
America does run on Duncan, does it not?
That's fair. DeJon Jones, no sir! Any of his girlfriends in the crowd are not happy right now. But DJ Wagner, man. Nat Hawkins put that guy in a body bag. Body bag.
And he's heating up.
Nat Hawkins. 7 straight points or 6 straight points for UNLV to give him a 3-point lead?
I have to ask you, JK, do you feel like DJ Wagner sitting that long maybe made him go cold?
Absolutely. Bad coaching by John Calipari. He's a good developmental coach. His X's and O's have always been questionable.
Let's not start all that. I understand what you're saying.
Here's not ready. Hawkins, ball's back in his hands with the mismatch, nearly forces the steal right there is Jomo Graham. Graham, great defense, doesn't matter. Nat Hawkins can't miss 8 straight points for the junior forward.
And I always talk about when you get to your spots, it feels like you can't miss. And I think he's found his spots tonight.
Jay Wagner drawing the double right now. They're playing him a lot tougher. DJ Wagner, contested shot right there. 27 points for the sophomore guard. He is a star in the making. Io Wilson drawing the mismatch right there with Jomo Graham on him. Tipped right there from DeJon Jones. Arkansas catches a break right there with 5 minutes to play in this one. Direct caster inside with the mismatch, doesn't take it. 3 from DeJon Jones, it's good! Norvell DeJon Jones with a big 3 to make this a 2-point game in favor of the Razorbacks. Woo damn pig.
Gross.
Please don't find me, SimWorld TV. Please don't find me. Io Wilson getting put in a snuggie right there, and that's Arkansas basketball. Bad turnover from one of the most efficient guards in the country. Costly.
Now, if I'm Arkansas, I almost chew the fat on the ball right here, and we just try and get the best 2 points, turn this into a 2-possession game.
You take it 3 right there and get it to go. 5-point game for the Razorbacks.
That's why I'm not coaching college.
Sometimes you rush and you get a good look, you got to take it. It's not all about wasting time, it's about getting the best look you can muster. And that's certainly what they mustered right there. Inside in the slam. Bari winners with the salami. Could really go for some salami right now.
I don't know about all that. Jesus Christ, did he send him a face shot?
Headshot right there, if anything. Wagner finds Phillips open at the top of the key, doesn't take it, gonna waste the rest of the shot clock. Going to DeJon Jones, not Wagner in this clutch situation right now. Inside DeJon Jones! Just doesn't get it to go. Arkansas leads by 3, but a chance to tie right now for the running Rebels. Jarrell Beauchamp. Big in that first half. Gonna take that though, Nat Hawkins off the front rim. Arkansas with a chance to run away with this one inside DeJon Jones and the foul.
And he's out of the game.
Deontay Smythe, that's his 5th. He's out of this one like my friend Coach Drayton said. That's your best defender, but you're seeing why he's a freshman right now because He's an aggressive player, but he's been playing too aggressive tonight.
And now we have to wonder, as the game's coming to a close, how much is it going to hurt them that they played him those last 12 minutes and he accrued those extra 2 fouls?
That's an indictment on coaching, but it's a close game, so you can't really blame Kruger because you need Keontae Smythe. He's your anchor down low. It's not like you fouled out with 10 minutes left. You fouled out with 3 minutes to play. It could prove costly. It's those first half fouls that are bad. Having 4 in the first half. Jarrell Beauchamp kicks it out. Wilson trying to find Hawkins. Looking for a 3, is he maybe? Or is he trying to waste time? Time is of the essence right now for UNLV. Hawkins just trying to get anything. Trying to body Dejon Jones down low, and he can't. Dejon Jones pulls down the rebound. Dejon Jones kicks it to Wagner, who's doubled in the corner. Phillips had the look, didn't take it. Jomo Graham also had a chance right there. Arkansas is just going to let this run out. They're going to find RDC in the post down low. Way too much power on that one. Can't get it to go.
And I can't harp on this enough. When you see some of these bigs whose touch isn't just quite there, you got to wonder what they spend their offseason working on.
Sometimes it's too much power, sometimes it's not enough. Which one would you rather have? We don't know. Nat Hawkins as Dejon Jones again, trying to put that shot up, and he gets it! 70-69 with 1:52 to play here. We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a ball game. Nat Hawkins has shown up. Offensive rebound from Jomo Graham. Big offensive rebound. Puts it right back up, he can't get it to go. Kind of rushed that one a little bit. Ideally, you waste more time there if you're Arkansas. Chance to take the lead right now for UNLV. Hawkins with the mismatch on RDC. They're going to find Kenyon Waring, their trusted shooter. Wilson, shot clock expiring, takes the 3. No good, off the front rim. Jomo Graham. DJ Wagner, clear path to the basket and the flush. 3-point lead for Arkansas with 1:04 to play. And we will be back. Get your popcorn ready.
Playing jazz.
Playing jazz.
Smoothie.
Making smoothie.
Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, tandläkare at 9:30.
Fire off.
Fire off.
Open door.
Door open.
Sånn. Så skal vi sette en til.
Ja. Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Repeat that.
Open door.
I didn't understand that.
Hey, open door.
Play on the floor.
Get on the floor. Open the door.
Wrong
Open the door.
Error.
Hey there, with a rock. Open door. Open door.
Higher volume. Higher.
Never
welcome back here to the Thomas and Mack Center here from Paradise, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, whatever you want to call it. Las Vegas is certainly paradise for the Razorbacks right now, who were trailing for the majority of this game, fought their way into a 3-point lead with 1:04 to go. Arkansas is on the heels of a phenomenal DJ Wagner performance. Look at Coach Calipari talking his roster. Coach Kruger talking to his roster. Arkansas has been firmly on upset alert, but they're looking to extend their win streak to 7.
I think when we talk about this Razorback team, a lot of their games look like this. I think they're always one of those teams that, like, in the middle of the game, they forget their game plan or go away from their game plan, but they're so scrappy that they always finish strong.
Certainly, UNLV chance to make it a 1-point game tie here, depending on what kind of look you get. Beauchamp inside gets it to go. That's the exact look you want. Timeout Razorbacks with 48.1 to play here. Beautiful play from Jarrell Beauchamp there. Averaging 15.
Now, if I'm Coach Calipari, I think I slow the buoy from scoring in the paint.
But I find it to be an interesting approach from Calipari to go to DeJon Jones in those clutch moments and not DJ Wagner, and also to play Jomo Graham and Quality direct caster together. With no Keontae Smythe in the game, that might be the difference, that they're not going to have any, UNLV will not have any sort of imposing presence down low to keep that front court duo at bay.
I think this ultimately, ironically, like most Calipari-led games, ultimately ends in who has more star power. Can Nat Hawkins take over and be the bigger star than DJ Wagner? That ultimately is what this game comes down to.
Ultimately, as much as I like 3 putting up right there, no good. UNLV going the other way here.
And puts it up. Hawkins. UNLV down 1.
Yep.
Another timeout.
I guess they're talking things over here. UNLV took the lead with that last shot, 29.7 to play here. Arkansas, what do you muster up right now? Are you putting the ball in the hands of DJ Wagner?
I think we slow it all the way down. We'll probably get some pick and roll action for DJ Wagner and see if he can take either Montel Cage or Jarrell Beauchamp or Io Wilson on the one-on-one, and worst comes to worst, a foul's drawn.
Absolutely. And who doesn't love sports? It's always better with a friend. 5,000 EM signing bonus for head coach referrals, SimWorldSports.com or discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. The only place where you can see the game, be the game. Join as a player, coach, media member, or more. Also, DJ Wagner, 32-point season high. Nat Hawkins season high, 33 and 8 rebounds. Battle of the Stars. And a backcourt violation for Arkansas right there. Norvell DeJon Jones, costly turnover. Calipari's talking that over with his team. We'll be right back.
You know, when I'm not in the gym, I'll be playing outside with my older cousins. Once they seen I had some talent, they put a lot of time into my development. I got a really big family. They team Dennis Smith Jr., so they seen it from the jump, so they always believed that I could do it. I'm rolling with them, they rolling with me. When I got hurt, I was pretty sour about it. And just being around me, hanging out, making sure I had positive energy around me. And I was just like, you know, I can't be the only one sad if everybody else having a good time, so. They told me I was gonna be out for like 10 months. Damn, that's a pretty long time. It's gonna be something. I need a little sports training montage. My whole family, they motivate me a lot, and they believe in me so much. You know, I wanted to do them a disservice by not putting out max effort. I'm just blessed, man. Sometimes unfortunate stuff happens to people and they get powers. I'm a mutant, that's what my grandma called me. Yeah, I would consider myself a killer. They do what killers do, they going for the kill at any time. That's how I was brought up, and that's something that stuck with me.
Welcome back to Las Vegas right here. Bad DeJon Jones turnover. And DJ Wagner with the foul right there. They have a lot of fouls to give. They're going to be playing the foul game for the next couple of seconds, next couple of possessions there. Direct Caster with the foul right there. That's his third. Going to the line is Jarrell Beauchamp. Beauchamp 66.7% from the line. But UNLV, the story of this team is their bad free throw shooting. They shoot only 50% from the charity stripe. Called the charity stripe, not for UNLV.
It's definitely the charity stripe for them because they're giving away points instead of getting free points.
Certainly. Beauchamp releasing the first. And it's good. One-on-one opportunity. He'll shoot another. Beauchamp with a chance to make this upset even more possible, and he gets it. No timeouts for Arkansas. You just need the ball in the hands of DJ Wagner right now. Do not trust DeJon Jones. Nick Bowie for three. It's good! Nick Bowie with the game-tying three with 15.9 to play. What a shot!
Now Hawkins calls the ISO.
Beauchamp in ISO, or Hawkins in ISO. Shot clock, game clock expiring. 3, 2, 1, no good, and we're going to overtime here in Las Vegas. We have more action coming right up. The fun isn't over just yet. Don't you go anywhere.
Who's over there? He's warm.
So, what have I missed?
And overtime is upon us here in Las Vegas at the Thomas & Mack Center. We got 5 more minutes of action for you. Couldn't decide a winner in that. In 40 minutes, we got an extra 5 for you. Arkansas, 6 in a row, vying for that 7th. But UNLV's playing them tough. What does Arkansas need to do in this overtime period if they want to come away with victory?
Unfortunately, with no Keontae Smythe, this smaller lineup, they have to attack the inside. I think nobody on this team has been able to stop DJ Wagner, and the one person that was able to slow him down can't come back to the game.
And they're attacking the inside with Wagner right there, spoken into existence like a full Tony Romo right there, 77-77, with 4:18 left in overtime. Shout out our good friends at CBS. Beauchamp with possession. Wilson inside trying to make a play. Too much power on that one. Beauchamp on to John Jones. Gets his own rebound. Don't know why he didn't put it right back up though. Inside and blocked Montel Cage going to the line. Not who you want to see at the line, but best case scenario for UNLV. Word.
And you got to give Montel Cage all his respect. I understand that he's somebody that generally struggles from the free throw line, but he is known as a gym rat. The reason why he's in this game is he's 100% hustle and effort. He's going to give everything that he has to this team. Everybody around him loves him. He's not much of a talker, but the peer respect is there. The people around him respect his game for how hard he's willing to work.
Missed both right there. The epitome of brutality. Nick Bowie hit the clutch game-tying shot. Send this to overtime. Nearly an acrobatic and one right there, but he'll go to the line to shoot too. Clutch ability of Nick Bowie. He did it at SimWorld Prep with Beyond the Arch in that game against the Scorchers. We know what this kid can do.
And he happens to be on the exact opposite end. Flip the numbers around. He shoots 82% from the free throw. I don't think this is a guy that you want at the foul, but when you go with a whole small lineup, things like this tend to happen. And Nick Bowie is generally going to win that matchup more times than not. Then they're going to have to call the foul.
Bowie giving them the lead. Shooting 82% from the line this season. Puts it up. Puts it in. A lot of time left here for UNLV, but without Smythe, it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. Wearing inside, great defense.
I don't know if I go to Canyon Waring right there when the main person who's been destroying Arkansas, great putback right there, is Nat Hawkins.
Timeout Razorbacks. John Calipari is very pleased with what he's seeing. Yes, some changes are going to be made on both sides.
RDC, the senior from Missouri, we talked earlier about how the bigs haven't usually stepped up for this Arkansas team, and those are things that are at the forefront of a Coach Cal-led team. I would say that they haven't needed to. In this game, a big that's usually not on the starting lineup has came in and has battled. Now, granted, his matchup has more often than not been Nat Hawkins, and Nat Hawkins to me is a future lottery pick after this game. He showed the ability to defend guys bigger than him, and he can take over a game if need be.
Yes, I would agree, but my concern with this UNLV team is within the grand scheme of this game and with what they have, their depth isn't there, especially without Keanu Smythe, without Sky Durant, who's hurt. Outside of Beauchamp and Nat Hawkins, they don't really have that many trusted scorers. Io Wilson's a playmaker. Montel Cage isn't really a great shooter. There's question marks about this team. The fact they're battling Arkansas so tough is impressive, but there still is a ways to go right there. Great shot from Nat Hawkins. 36 points on the game.
And you do have to respect Nat Hawkins for he's fighting all the way through. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna have this game go any other way but in their favor. Questionable timeout by Coach Cal.
Yeah, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer.
Can I see your papers, please? Hello. Mummy in a bit of a hurry, was she? Step out of the car, madam! Step out of the vehicle now!
Lights, camera, action. We got all of it here in Las Vegas. Big steal right there for UNLV. Chance to tie or even take the lead. Nat Hawkins been everywhere tonight. Comes up in a big moment for the running Rebels. Hawkins pulls the shot up, no good.
And because it's Nat Hawkins, I'm not necessarily mad at that shot. I think he's generally been comfortable in that spot. Small lineup is at their disadvantage. Nick Bowie's going to abuse that matchup all game long.
13 points, inefficient 13 points for Nick Bowie, but he's had a lot of points when they've mattered most, that big three, and now 4 points in overtime. Nick Bowie going to be such an important part of this Arkansas team down the stretch of this season. Inside. Got a hand on it right there, but doesn't matter. Rawlings, direct caster can't do anything right there. 39. He's at near 40 tonight, Nat Hawkins.
If you weren't a fan of him before, there's always time to buy a jersey.
I want to shout out a good friend of our show, Siege, who was one of the first to join the Nat Hawkins hype train. Big three, Nick Bowie. 16 points. This kid just keeps coming up big. He's got the clutch gene. It's in his DNA. Related to Sam Bowie, drafted before Michael Jordan. He's got SWBA blood. Nat Hawkins has SWBA blood of his own. 3-point game in favor of the Razorbacks. What a game we're seeing here. DJ Wagner for three, no good. Io Wilson slowing things down for the Rebels right now, trying to tie this game up. Nat Hawkins going right back to that man again. Nat Hawkins on the inside, penetrates the defense, gets the shot to go. 1 point lead for Arkansas with 54.6 to play.
Are you not entertained?
This is an instant classic, ladies and gentlemen. Big shot right there. DeJon Jones nearly cost them the game in regulation. Hits a big shot to make this a 3-point game. Norvell, baby. 40 seconds playing this one. Nat Hawkins been the guy for UNLV all night. They need a three. Io Wilson's gonna put it up, and he's gonna get it. Io Wilson ties the game up at 88. We're gonna take a quick break for the last 29.9 of this game.
We were at the party last night. Did you see Tom and Jen? We're so cute together. We even wearing matching sneakers.
Sorry. It's no problem.
看到男生的，他好帅哦。气味很可爱。哎呀，你不要这样子啦！干嘛呢你？
那你让他看你内裤吧。
哼，也许啊。
真的吗？
Get your drinks, get your popcorn, get whatever you need. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ending of this game. Dejon Jones on the inside and gets it! Arkansas with the lead, another timeout. That's their final with 25.9 to play. Beautiful play from Norvell Dejon Jones.
And there's no more timeouts for either team with 25.9 seconds left. What is Coach Kruger gonna call right here that makes him confident that this game doesn't go to another overtime? Because I believe if this game goes to another overtime, it's over. I think right here, you call a down screen for Jarrell Beauchamp. You know you don't necessarily have the size to get a pick off, so the moment he gets it, he has to lace it from deep. He has to space as far away possible from DJ Wagner, because if he can get in his face a little bit, that shot is going to be disruptive.
Fall on your sword right now. You gotta fall on your sword right now. You want to win this game, you're facing a top 6 team in the country, that's how you gotta play.
I truly believe this game is within their grasp, and as long as they don't look to tie, I believe they can take this home.
Wilson, 20 seconds left in this one. They're going to let this run and try and put up a game winner right now. Game tire, maybe. We'll see what's going on. 12 seconds, 11, 10. They're letting this clock run. Time is not of the essence right now. Going inside to Hawkins, and he gets it! 2.3 to play! We might go to double overtime! Wagner from full court! No good, and we have a second overtime period incoming. Don't go to sleep just yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Aboard, folks. Just go ahead and take any empty seat that you see.
I hope it's not contagious.
So I do have it. When your mom wakes up, can you tell her about me?
We have another overtime for you guys. The action, the drama, the intrigue doesn't end just yet. Another 5 minutes to play in this one. We're approaching 50 minutes of basketball. No winner yet to have been decided. Arkansas, Nat Hawkins is 45 points. What can you really do to stop this kid right now? It feels like it'll only matter of time he'll be at 50. Inside, RDC trying to make something happen. Beautiful play right there. RDC, been a big presence in this game, 14 points.
And this is where I necessarily disagreed with Coach Kruger's call to ultimately get 2 points. Because Arkansas is a little bit deeper team. They can go a little bit deeper into their reserves. You already have Sky Durant out with injury. Keontae Smythe can't come back into the game. And your starters have played the vast majority of this game. So you have to play not only with less reserves, but less guys with gas in their tank. Nat Hawkins has been asked to literally do everything but coach the game himself.
It's Canyon Waring going to the line right now to break the score, the 92-92 tie. 3:55 to play in this one. Canyon Waring has not attempted a free throw all season, or made a free throw all season. UNLV at the line has been woeful tonight.
I think ultimately, if you go back and look at this game, that's why this game's so close. The timely free throws that they've had a chance to make, they've missed all of them.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, just...
Waring, good. Finally catching a break at the free throw line are the running Rebels. They lead 93-92. Second shot incoming.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Waring 7 points, 10 rebounds. Approaching double-double territory off the bench. Gets that one to go as well. 3:55 to play here. This has been one heck of a game, Coach Drayton. Instant SimWorld U Classic.
And the fans won't quiet down. They've been here for almost 50 minutes and are still on their feet and stomping.
Dude, the city that never sleeps. You think people are leaving this game?
If they are, it's not without needing transportation.
Waring can't get the shot to go. Arkansas chance to take the lead right now. They're playing with that fast pace with those two big men. Inside, RDC. Inside and the slam. 2-point lead. Rawlings correct. Caster. What a performance off the bench. Between Direct Caster and Jumbo Graham, Arkansas has seen great production out of their big men tonight. Hawkins blocked right there. Got a hand on that. Was RDC. Wagner inside. He rested a lot in regulation in this game, looking like that's going to pay off right now with this game in double overtime.
Great find.
Great find, but a little too much on that pass. Dejon Jones can't get the shot to go. UNLV taking it right back the other way. Beauchamp trying to draw a screen from Canyon Waring, gets it inside, and the flush right there. 96-96 with 2:08 to play in this one. In the second period of overtime, Arkansas takes the timeout. Calipari wants to draw something up. We're going to see what the X and O's man can do right now. We're going to take a quick break. Don't you go anywhere. Bienvenidos a Las Vegas. We are back here with 2:01 to play in this double overtime, and we have a classic on our hands. Undoubtedly the best game of the season, Coach Drayton.
Oh, I have to agree. This game has been like magic.
Blocking foul right there on Jarrell Cook III. Nick Bowie going on the line here. The foul on the floor. DeJon Jones handling it. Gonna try and find Bowie. Bowie finds Jomo Graham inside and blocked right there. What just happened? Montel Cage with the block right there. 3 for UNLV, cannot go. Offensive rebound inside and 1.
And I don't care what anybody says about Nat Hawkins. If you're a GM and you got Ian, your life depends on it. Find a way to get this kid.
Chance to make it a 3-point game right now. Nat Hawkins, one of the better free throw shooters on this team, but this team has not been good at the line tonight. We've been saying it all night, and this is as important as they come. Nat Hawkins has lived for the moment, though, so we'll see how he handles it. Hawkins, no good! Bowie gets the rebound!
Pushing the pace, he sees Wagner.
He has got nothing right there. Finds Graham. DeJon Jones in an ISO situation on A.O. Wilson. Bowie has no room to go anywhere. Wagner finds Graham. Calipari's been running with the same 5 for all overtime. Bowie pull-up jumper, and it's good! Nick Bowie! Arkansas timeout. Nick Bowie continues to come up clutch. That 3 in regulation. Big buckets in the first overtime. That pull-up jumper in the second overtime. The clutch gene is there for the young man. The true freshman living up to the moment.
And there's just some players that come alive when the game clock starts to dwindle down. And if anybody was wondering if Nick Bowie or Nat Hawkins are those types of guys, just look at the game.
Absolutely. Let's shout out all of you for sticking with us through this double overtime broadcast of SimWorld V Basketball on SimWorld TV. We appreciate you all sticking with us. Hopefully there will be a third overtime. Nat Hawkins has been that guy all night. 47 and 10 rebounds. Beauchamp 20 and 8. This game's been a classic. Speaking of Nat Hawkins, they're going right back to him inside. 49 points, ties the season record.
No!
Eagle screen on Jomo Graham. Going back the way of the Rebels. Bad turnover.
And if I'm the Rebels, I chew this all the way out. We're getting a layup out of this. Probably go to Nat Hawkins. Have him ISO until he can't dribble the ball anymore. And get something easy.
And Jomo Graham's going to foul him, send him to the line, make him earn it at the stripe, because that's where they've been susceptible all night. They're shooting 8 of 17 from the free throw line tonight. One of these won't do the trick. You need both if you're UNLV right now. Nat Hawkins misses the first. It's a 1-and-1. Game's still alive. Norvell DeJon Jones wasting a lot of time for Arkansas here. They have a timeout. Will John Calipari use it?
And I usually don't question Coach Cal. He's one of those guys that you generally have the utmost respect for. But you have to wonder why he's went away from DeJon Wagner in all of the second half. And he gets
going
fouled.
Norvell DeJohn Jones right now. Wasted a lot of clock, but maybe a little bit too much for UNLV to do something with. You need both right now to send this to a third overtime. And DJ at the line right now. 50% free throw shooter. No guarantees right now either. And he missed it! He missed it! Norvell DeJohn Jones cost Arkansas the game nearly in regulation. Looks like he's about to cost them the game in overtime.
And the fans are all on their feet. He missed both!
Jomo Graham fouls out. 1.8 to play. One free throw right now from Jarrell Cooks, excuse me. And it's not looking good. Two, it's over. Arkansas does have a timeout, but they need him to miss this for a third overtime. It's good.
Laces the first one.
Has not missed a free throw all year. Made both. The number 6 team in the country is about to go down. The UNLV runner Rebels behind him. Arkansas behind. 6-game winning streak coming into the day. They can't escape Nat Hawkins, and they're going to go down, shattering that streak. The number 6 team in the country is 1.8 seconds away from falling in double overtime.
And maybe by the grace of basketball gods, John Calipari calls up a play that gets DeJohn Wagner open for a 3, and right before it goes in, somebody clips his legs from underneath him, because that's the only way that we get another opportunity.
We're going to need a Larry Johnson right now. We're going to need Tracy Grady. We're going to need Michael Jordan. We're going to need Greg Anthony.
Whoa, that... I don't know if I'm putting Greg Anthony next to his name.
I mean, hey, we're at UNLV.
His jersey is retired here.
Big shot. It's good, but not going to do the trick. Wrong 2. UNLV was going to pull off the upset of number 6 Arkansas in double overtime, 102-100. We thank you for staying with us on the SimWorld TV broadcast of SimWorld Basketball. I'm Jason J.K. Candell, joined alongside my partner in crime, Coach Drayton, in an instant classic. We thank you for tuning in.
And remember, SimWorld, the only place where you can see the game and be the game. We are out.
This has been a presentation